Welcome to Post Sports Antelope Baseball, a Post Sports radio presentation live and free on Facebook and YouTube. This broadcast is made possible by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County. The Post-Dispatch, the newspaper of record for Garza County since 1926. The Dispatch is the corporate sponsor of Post Sports Radio. Post Family Dentistry, small-town values, state-of-the-art care. Garza County Animal Hospital, a family atmosphere for family pets. KSSL Radio, playing the greatest country music ever recorded. The Will and Crystal Osborne family, proud supporters of the Bold Gold Nation. The Post Independent School District, we are Bold Gold. Carson Construction, Post-owned and operated. Call 806-626-3811. And now, here's the Judge Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show on postsportsradio.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to Post Sports Radio's coverage of Bold Gold Baseball, brought to you by the Post-Dispatch. You are listening to the Judge Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show. I'm Russ Morris, who will be keeping the books and adding commentary, alongside Jim Plummer, who is handling the play-by-play for us this evening. Video of tonight's game is live and free on YouTube, and we are coming to you from the friendly confines of Norm Cash Field as your Post-Bold Gold Antelopes welcome the Tahoka Bulldogs. It's Monday, March 31st, and it is game number 8 of the District 4 2A season. This baseball and softball seasons have flown on by. The Bold Gold entered today's contest seeking their first district win of the season. Now, this is a revenge game for the Antelopes after Tahoka walked us off on Saturday. Post now, well, they now have an 0-7 district record. They say revenge is served on a dish best served cold. We'll find out. The Antelopes are led by Israel De Leon, who is in his first season with Post, and he is assisted by Jordan Aguilar. Tahoka enters today's game seeking their 5th district win of the season and hope to sweep the season series against the Antelopes. The Bulldogs have a district record of 4-3 on the season, and they are led by head coach Steven Rodriguez and is also assisted by Zach Logsdon. Jim, you want to lead us in prayer?
I will. Thank you. Lord, we come to you in prayer and just want to thank you for this day, and we thank you for the opportunity to do these things that we do here on Post Sports Radio, to cover the kids and the coaches, and just a lot of fun here out on the baseball field. We ask, Lord, to bless those players and coaches and the umpires, and just everybody be safe, and may a good game be played and showing good sportsmanship to glorify your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. When we come back, we'll have the Post ISD report when the Judge Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show continues on Post Sports Radio.
This message is sponsored by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman.
The Post Rotary Club takes pride in the community, and what a better way to show that than with the Parade of Flags program. For a $50 annual fee, we will place an American flag in your front yard or place of business on 5 holidays and pick it up afterwards. Funds from the program will support youth scholarships and programs in the Post Garza County community. Get the Parade of Flags registration form on the Post Texas Rotary Club Facebook page, or send a request for a form by email to rotaryclubofposttexas@gmail.com. Show the nation's colors and your patriotism and join the Parade of Flags, a fundraising effort of the Rotary Club of Post.
This is brought to you by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County.
The Post-Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post-Dispatch, community news at the finest. It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
The Post ISD report is brought to you by Post Family Dentistry, small town values, state-of-the-art care. I'm Russ Morris. Last week's elementary school art show was a success. The district is proud of the work the students created under the guidance of Miss Shauna Miller. Also, a thank you goes out to everyone who was able to stop in and support the kids. In spring ball contest, the Post softball team unfortunately dropped a district contest to Sundown, and the Antelopes are still looking for their first district win after losing a heartbreaker to the Tahoka Bulldogs. The Bowl Gold track and field teams fared well, Lord have mercy, at the Floydada Whirlwinds relay. The varsity girls placed in third place as a team. Individually, Riley Matus finished third in the 300-meter hurdles and second in the pole vault. Zaylee Perez placed second in the shot put. Both the 4x200 and 4x400 relay teams came in second. The Lady Lopes involved were Yuriana Hernandez, Haley Parker, Sophia De Leon, Carmen Mullins, and Riley Matus. The boys varsity team finished the meet in second place. Keandre Lopez Jefferson was first in the 100-meter dash, the triple jump, and led the 4x100 and the 4x200 teams to victory. Other runners in those relays were Sean Ramos, Ian Vergara, Alec Garcia, and Landon Garcia. The Lopes took first and second in the 200-meter dashes with Ian Vergara and Sean Ramos, and PSR's Carter Petty won the gold in the 800-meter dash, or 800-meter run. Mason Wright claimed first in both the shot put and the discus, while Max Cole was the best in the pole vault. Now coming up, the Lady Lopes play tomorrow when they host Morton starting at 4:30. At Post ISD, the end of the 6 weeks period is Thursday, and there will be a flurry of academic and extracurricular activity during the final period of the 2024-25 school year. A busy week of streaming for Post Sports Radio continues on Friday. We will cover the District 4-2A track and field meet from Post, and then on Saturday, it's on the road to New Home we go as we cover a highly touted district contest between your Lady Lopes and the Lady Leopards. This has been the Post ISD Report, brought to you by the Post Family Dentistry, small town values, state-of-the-art care. The Judge Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show will continue after this.
My name is Sochi Anderton. I'm a dentist here at Post Family Dentistry. This clinic is a huge example of providing fancy dental care here in Post, Texas, because the residents of Post in these smaller communities, they deserve that same quality of care. We've expanded from 3 chairs now to 6 chairs at this new location. We are very proud here at Post Family Dentistry of our small town values combined with state-of-the-art care.
Post ISD is filled with passionate staff, daring students, and deep-rooted traditions of champions. Our state-of-the-art facilities provide top-tier educational opportunities, including career and technical training, advanced academics, and free college courses, creating future-ready antelopes. Our 4-day instructional week allows our students to continually pursue excellence in our distinguished fine arts programs, exceptional athletic teams, and a multitude of other extracurricular activities. Post ISD, we are bold gold.
Are you looking to do some work around the house and would like to hire a contractor who does every part of the job? Then give Carson Construction a call at 806-626-3811. Greg Carson and his crew have over 40 years of combined experience and can do new construction, remodeling, and concrete work. Plan now for your spring and summer projects and call the guys who pride themselves on their work. 806-626-3811. Carson Construction, building a lasting relationship with each customer. Call 806-626-3811.
Hey, we're streaming live today. We moved the game, or we didn't. The weather moved the game from tomorrow's wind blew it into Monday. Let's put it that way, if that's could possibly happen. So 40-mile-an-hour wind expected tomorrow. The coach said, hey, let's play Monday. It's going to be beautiful, which it is here at Norm Cash Field at David Nichols Park. Jim Plummer with Russ Morris for us. Let's take a look at our district, District 4-2A. Or is it?
Yeah, District 4-2A. The standings are as of entering today, which is March 31st. Ropes and New Home have yet to play. They're both tied atop of the standings at 7-0. Smyre and Tahoka are both locked in a dead heat for 3rd and 4th place in the district. Both have a district record of 4-3. And Sundown and Morton are locked in a dead heat as well. Both are 3-4. And then Seagraves and Post are seeking their first district wins of the season, as both have records of 0-7. So, Jim?
Yes. The answer's no.
Well, it was a heartbreaker in the way the game was lost on Saturday.
Right.
The Antelopes looked like they had it won multiple times, but give them credit, both being Tahoka and Post, for battling all the way to the very end. Post looked like they were going to try to take the win, scoring 5 runs in the 7th, and then just a single out into left field ends the game. So if we're out here trying to find keys to victory, what would you think those are?
Well, just finish the game. You know, we had a pretty good lead multiple times on Saturday, just couldn't finish out. So hopefully just play the pitch by pitch, batter by batter, and just complete the situation and go to the next. And you do that successfully, of course, you'll have a W at the end of the game.
Yeah, just focus on what you can control, which is the ball that's hit right in front of you or the ball that's being pitched right in front of you. That's all you can do. You can't worry about what anybody else is going to do. Emotions are high, so I think we're going to be in for a good game.
Should be a good game. I think we're going to go 7 innings. Let's take another break, come back with the first pitch, actually the starting lineups, then the first pitch in just a moment here on Post Sports Radio. And a little baseball versus Tahoka, live from Norm Cash Field at David Nichols Park and Post.
My name is Sochi Anderton. I'm a dentist here at Post Family Dentistry. This clinic is a huge example of providing fancy dental care here in Post, Texas, because the residents of Post in these smaller communities, they deserve that same quality of care. We've expanded from 3 chairs now to 6 chairs at this new location. We are very proud here at Post Family Dentistry of our small town values combined with state-of-the-art care.
It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
Post Antelope Baseball is powered by Family Cleaners, your hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main Street in Post. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving Post in all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. Richie Rich Barbershop, Yo Hablo Espanol, a licensed local barbershop on East Main and Post. Call for info and an appointment at 806-706-8413. And Post Plumbing, Heating and Air. One call does it all. 806-577-1300. Post Sports Radio thanks these sponsors for making Bold Gold Baseball live and free on Facebook and YouTube. This message is sponsored by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman.
The Post Rotary Club takes pride in the community, and what a better way to show that than with the Parade of Flags program. For a $50 annual fee, we will place an American flag in your front yard or place of business on 5 holidays and pick it up afterwards. Funds from the program will support youth scholarships and programs in the Post Garza County community. Get the Parade of Flags registration form on the Post Texas Rotary Club Facebook page or send a request for a form by email to rotaryclubofposttexas@gmail.com. Show the nation's colors and your patriotism and join the Parade of Flags, a fundraising effort of the Rotary Club of Post.
This is brought to you by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County.
Hey, still watching the meetings of the minds at the home plate here with Tahoka visiting Post for game number 2 of the 2025 series between the two. Post drops it by 1 run on Saturday, trying to make it up tonight. Here we go. Russ, you got some interesting history there. Roy Perez from the Post Baseball Academy brought to us.
So on Thursday, May 9th, 1996, in District 4-2A, Crosbyton came up to Norm Cash and played Post for a district contest. It was a home run bashing. At the end of the game, Post had hit 8 home runs in the game, and Crosbyton had clubbed 7 for a single game total of 15. Now, the 1996 National High School Sports Record Book lists the all-time single-game combined home run record as 16, which occurred in 1928 between Atlantic, Iowa, and Griswold, Iowa. 2 Wisconsin schools, Stanley Boyd and Lady Smith, also hit a total of 15 homers in a 1995 game. Now, back then, the dimensions of Norm Cash were as follows. Both down the left field and right field lines to the foul pole, it was 290 feet and 320 feet to dead center, which back then hardly rivaled old Yankee Stadium, not the current one with the porch. Today, I believe they measure up to 320 down the left field and right field lines and 410 out into dead center. So that this place has undergone major renovations since then. They match the totals of old Globe Life Park and Minute Maid Park and some places like that. So this is a major historical piece. Trying to go through and see if we actually won the game, but I'll get back to you on that.
I just want to point out also the great effort Coach De Leon has put on the field, keeping it green, along with the PISD staff as well. So very fortunate to have those guys keep this place looking good. And, Coach Post back in the day, he spent a lot of time out here with a water hose.
So this was Coach Postel was the coach of the team.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Did I say
then.
Post? I
And,
was close.
So several of them were good shots. Levi Williams, the lead off hitter for Crosbyton, hit one about 360 feet, and it was a well-hit ball that went across the highway. It flew across all 4 lanes of traffic.
Really?
They said yes.
My goodness.
Let's see. Post David Perez, who entered the day with 1 home run to his credit, led both teams with 3. Williams and Dane Deegan finished with 2 apiece for Crosbyton, and Tony Guerrero, Lloyd Lopez, and Adam Reyna had 1 each. Post TJ Gatos belted a pair. Anthony Flores, Armando Ayala, and Jamie Hernandez all had 1.
I wish I was here for that game. What was the year again?
May 9th, 1996.
Cool. I think I was here. I mean, it wasn't here. I think it was in Post. Came in 92, so I was.
Yeah, Post David Perez had 3. Yeah, he finished the day with 3 home runs. He said, I gave up 2 home runs in the last inning. They just got up in the win, but after I gave up those 2 home runs, I came up to bat and hit a 3-run homer. On this day, it was the only fitting reply.
Interesting history. Thanks to Roy Perez for bringing that to us here on Post Sports Radio.
Yeah, thanks to Roy, and also want to give credit to this source. This was printed out from the Avalanche Journal by Sam Scott, who was the writer for the Avalanche back then.
Way back in the day. I don't remember the name even. So, anyway, things are getting ready to get started. The meeting between the umps and the coaches is through. Post Antelope's taking the field. We'll go ahead and let Russ go ahead and give us a lineup for Tahoka.
So leading off for Tahoka is one of 2 Mr. Tahokas. It's going to be the starting pitcher number 9, Brogan Stone, followed by number 4 out at center field, Caden Gutierrez. Batting third will be the shortstop number 2, Dante Garcia. The catcher number 6, Sam Kessler, is batting cleanup. Number 16, MJ Garcia, is out playing second base. He's batting 5th. Third baseman number 17, Oscar Rendon, is playing third base. Number 1, Hurley Liendo, out in left field, is batting 7th. Beck McCleskey, number 5, is the designated hitter, batting 8th. And Martin Vera Carlton, number 11, is batting 9th. He's out at first base. Is out, I believe, in right field. And Jacob 2,
He'll be out in
playing.
right field.
Yeah, he's playing out, I believe, in first base.
Now, 2's out in right field. You're talking about Beck McCleskey. He's going to be the DH for 2. That's Jacob 2, not the number 2.
Okay.
All right, so out in the field for the Antelopes that you're looking at right now on the screen, you'll see the top left will be the close-up of home plate. Out in the field on the mound will be Cameron Menchaca, the left-handed pitcher. Luca Perez behind the plate. Brian Salcedo's at third. Jax Perez at short. Landon Garcia at second. Daniel Carroll's at first. Out in left field, Isaiah Moreno. Jacob Price is out in center. And Daniel Young in right. So a little change in the starting lineup from what we're used to the few games that we've done. Daniel
Young, actually, he played out in right field last time out, and he had a whale of a performance last time out. Young sophomore did. Jim finished the game amassing 3 hits in 4. 3 hits and 4 at-bats, drove in 4 RBIs, got on base with a walk, and scored 4 runs as well.
Let's do it again. All right, he's going to be out there in right field, number 1. And if we would have broadcast that game, would he have been player of the game? Possibly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, Cameron Menchaca, Jim, this is his first appearance at the plate since we played Smyre last week as well.
He's on the mound for the Antelopes, left-handed pitcher. Menchaca throws the first pitch to the first batter, Brogan Stone. Remember, Brogan was a quarterback for the football team at Tahoka. Throws a strike, 0-1, the count. First batter of the game. Stone's followed by Gutierrez. Slow and high pitch for a ball. 1-1 the count. After Gutierrez will be number 2, Dante Garcia. So you got Stone, Gutierrez, and Garcia, the first 3 in the order. Inside, close to a strike, but not. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think that one was just a tad bit below the knees there. Good location on the pitch from Menchaca, though.
Nice. He's like hopefully the umps are consistent with their calls, and usually they are. It's a ground ball to second, gets past Garcia into center field, and it's going to be Jacob Price who picks it up, throws it in to keep the runner at first. So started off on the 4th pitch, but Brogan Stone gets a single up the middle.
Yeah, it's just hitting one of those locations where the ball was hit just a little bit close to second base. To actually the second base bag. Not enough time for the second baseman to get over there and make a play on it.
All right, so Stone at first. At the plate, Caden Gutierrez, the center fielder, bats left. Got a lefty against lefty. Lefty on the mound, of course. Cameron Menchaca for the Antelopes throws to first. Stone is back safely. Daniel Carroll at first. Garcia's at second. Jax Perez at short. At third, Brian Saucedo. Luca Perez behind the plate. From the stretch, Menchaca. He's going to come home.
Ooh.
A little bit high. Ooh, doggy. So that'd be a ball 1, no strike. You don't get half a strike, can you? Can you get half strikes? That'd be nice.
I'd like to see the game track if that ball actually touched the strike zone at all.
Next pitch from Menchaca to Gutierrez. Stone back at first. Throw over there. Can't get him. All right, coach for the Tahoka Bulldogs is Steven Rodriguez, 3 years at the helm, 132 career wins. Not sure if that includes other schools besides Tahoka. Stone playing cat and mouse and almost got him. He was leaning the wrong direction. The cat almost got the mouse at first, so it's going to still keep the count at 1-0 with 3 throws to first base. Gutierrez ready to take the pitch from Menchaca. Menchaca looking at first, comes home. Bunt right to the pitcher. He checks second, throws it to first for the out. Runner advances to second. It's Stone at second. Sacrifice bunt by Gutierrez rather. Now coming up is Dante Garcia, the shortstop. Right-hand batter. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. That's Brogan Stone. He's got a brother on the team as well. Let's see. You got Remy Stones out there in the dugout.
One thing we know for sure, Jim, these boys will see each other again on Thursday and Friday.
That's
They're
right.
in the track district.
Inside pitch for a ball. That's right. Post Sports Radio bringing you the District 4 2A track and field meet. We won't bring you the actual field events live. Hopefully on tape delay. We'll bring them to you on Friday during that broadcast. Things will start about 5 p.m. Still sponsorships available, Russ. From the stretch, Menchaca checks second, throws to second. Whoa. Right behind the runner, and there's Garcia to make the catch.
I thought that was going to hit Stone in the back from the way that ball was thrown.
Landon was smart to chase it down. It missed Stone, but just by a couple feet.
I know I shouldn't chuckle about it, but given how the series is going between everybody involved, it would have been fitting.
Throw to second once again. Stone not far off. Probably not worthy of a throw down to second. Outfield's playing pretty short. Got a runner at second. 1 out. Count is 1-0. Menchaca, left-hander from the stretch. Ground ball. Slow one to third. Brian Salcedo picks and throws. And he's going to be safe at first. Advancing Brogan Stone to third. And an infield single by Dante Garcia. Cleanup hitter is Sam Kessler. He's the catcher as well. Wears number 6 and bats right.
Double play opportunity. If you can turn it, that'll get yourself out of a jam early.
All right, so runners at first and third, just one out. Chance for a double play if the hit is right. Kessler, cleanup hitter at the plate, watches a ball go by.
I don't. That cut the inner part of the zone, or the inner outer part of the strike zone. What it looked like for me. It looked like it just caught the outer corner.
All right, Menchaca from the stretch position. This pop to right field, in play, and there is Daniel Young to make the underhand catch for the out, but the runner from third tags for the score. So 1-0 for Tahoka.
So that is a sac fly out to Daniel Young in right field.
Heck of a catch by Young, by the way. Probably we didn't have that on camera. I don't think we did. He was, it was a foul ball, but still in play. He makes the catch. Can't get the throw home in time to stop Stone. So it's going to advance. The runner from first does not advance. He stays there. That's Garcia.
This is MJ Garcia at the plate.
Got Dante and MJ, brothers on the team, a second baseman. Slow curve coming across for a strike. So 0-1 the count. We're still in the first inning if you're joining us just now. Tahoka scores on a sac fly to right. Tag up from third. Throw to first. Not in time. MJ Garcia, number 16, bats right, playing second base at the plate. Cameron Menchaca for the Antelopes on the mound, pitching from the stretch with a runner at first. It was Dante Garcia. He's going to take second, throw down there by Luca Perez in the dirt, not in time, and that's going to be a stolen base by Garcia.
Good backup by Landon Garcia to prevent that ball from rolling out in center field.
Saved a base on that play. It's a nice throw by Luca, by the way. Obviously, Dante Garcia's got some wheels. He's now on second after the stolen base. Cameron Menchaca on the mound for the Antelopes. Cameron's a sophomore this year. Throws a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. And a runner on second. Chaka coming home. Drive into left field, high and deep. Nice play. Isaiah Moreno makes a grab over his left shoulder with his right arm. And the side retires with 1 run, 1 hit, and leaving 1 on base as well. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. So it's Tahoka with 1 run. Post 0. Post comes into play for the first time. We'll see them in just a minute. Here on Post Sports Radio, it's Antelope Baseball.
It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
All right, so Tahoka strikes first, top of the first, and Russ Morris to review all that, Russ.
1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base as we get set to start the bottom half of the first inning. Leading off will be number 5, Luca Perez, followed by number 8, Edgar Salcedo, the designated hitter, and then Isaiah Moreno, left fielder, will be batting third. Also, we want to shout out the Lady Lope and Bull Gold Junior High track and field teams today. They are over in New Deal competing at their district track meet. That was moved up to today due to the winds.
Expected tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, good move. Look at the Tahoka Bulldogs on the field now. On the mound is Brogan Stone, number 9. Behind the plate, Sam Kessler. At third is Oscar Rendon. Dante Garcia at short. MJ Garcia at second. Martin Vera Carlton is at first. Hurley Liendo out in left field. In center is Caden Gutierrez. And out in right, number 8, Jacob Tew, T-E-W. So we're looking for a little action for the Antelopes. We didn't pull the stats out of here, Russ.
Okay. It's trying to see if, yep. There's about a couple more pitches. Got one more pitch from Stone, and it'll be fired on down the line for the final warm-up from the throw down to second. Because these are the stats entering today. Leading off will be Luca Perez. He currently has a batting average of .440 with an on-base percentage of .611. So that'll be something to look out for. And of course, everybody's averages went up from batting averages went up from the performance on Saturday.
All right, Luca Perez, the catcher, at the plate, batting in the first slot for the Antelopes. In the dirt from Stone, ball one. Edgar Salcedo on deck, followed by Isaiah Moreno, who just made a nice catch in left field to retire the side.
Center fielder's playing short, Jim.
Called strike down the middle. One ball, one strike. First batter for the Antelopes. Another called strike, making it count 1-2. Now his batting average is top dog on the team. Looks like it.
One of.
Cooper Osborne is up there as well.
Pitches in there for a ball. Brings the count even now at 2-2. But yeah, Jim, look how close to the infield the center fielder is out there.
Oh, pop fly straight up. Catcher has a chance, maybe. He makes the catch. Almost up against the net. Nice catch by Sam Kessler. So the first one out. First out, first batter. We go to batter number 2, and that's Edgar Saucedo, the designated hitter tonight.
He has a batting average of .500 with an on-base percentage of .667.
We're coaching down the line for the Antelopes. Got first-year head coach Israel De Leon at third. First pitch to Saucedo, curveball for a strike.
I don't know about that one.
Down the right first base side, Jordan Aguilar in the first base box. Another pitch outside. 1-1 now the count to Saucedo. Moreno on deck. He'll be followed by Daniel Young. Foul ball over to the Tahoka dugout. So one ball with 2 strikes and 1 out. Nobody on.
It's good contact. Just need to get that straightened out a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down for the Antelopes.
He just swung over the top of that slider.
Left-handed batter Isaiah Moreno coming to plate now. Wears number 10, playing left field, a sophomore as well. Of course, Post full of sophomores. Very young team again this year. Low and inside for a ball. Stone with the pitch. Outside left corner for a strike.
This umpire, he has a wide strike zone.
Moreno comes in a game batting .353. Fouls this one off. It's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody on. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Antelopes. Keeps the score 1-0. Tahoka leads as the Carson Construction score. Back in a moment here on Post Sports Radio, home of the Bold Gold baseball team.
Post Antelope Baseball is powered by La Isabel Boutique, a girls' boutique with clothes, accessories, and custom hair bows. The boutique is located at Avenue H in East Main. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving posts in all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. The Post Methodist Church, making disciples of Jesus Christ. Antelope Wash and Dry, a clean, affordable laundromat now open at 303 South Broadway. And Happy State Bank, a division of Centennial Bank, member FDIC. Post Sports Radio thanks these sponsors for making Bold Gold Baseball live and free on Facebook and YouTube.
Hey, we're streaming live and free on YouTube only tonight. And if we do have any interruptions in our service, we will upload the complete game in its entirety afterwards, so you can watch the whole thing without skipping anything. Russ Morris, what happened in the bottom of the first?
No runs on no hits, nobody left on base. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts.
All right, so it's Stone on the mound with 2 strikeouts for the Bulldogs of Tahoka. 26 miles from Post, Texas, dead west. As Russ likes to call this rivalry,
it's Farmageddon.
Farmageddon.
And so far, whether it be football, track, band, academic, UIL, it's lived up to its name. That is for sure.
All right, last warm-up done. Let's go the top of the second. And coming to the plate should be Oscar Rendon, number 17.
Yes.
He's playing third base. He bats right. On the mound, Cameron Menchaca for the Antelos. Luca Perez is behind the plate. Out in the infield, you got Salcedo at third, Jax Perez short. Second base is Landon Garcia. At first, Daniel Carroll. Almost all sophomores. Brian's a senior, freshman at shortstop, so everybody else is underclassmen. Ball one. 1-0 the count to Rendon. Hurley Liendo's on deck. He'll be followed by Beck McCleskey. Foul ball caught by the man on deck, which is Liendo. One-handed grab with his left hand. Should be an out. Liendo should be up right now. Inside pitch, ball 1. 2 rather. 2-1 the count. And Chaka catches the outside corner for a called strike 2. Evens the count at 2. And Chaka has thrown more pitches than anybody on the team this year. This one gets away from Luca Perez to the backstop, or not even.
It's a full count.
And Chaka, full windup. Called strike 3.
Got him looking.
It looked a little bit low, but it was right at the knees. Nice pitch by Menchaca to strike out Rendon. Hurley Liendo now up.
It's his 12th strikeout on the year. Yeah, for Cameron. Yeah, it's his 12th.
Cameron ready to face down a left-handed batter. Hurley Liendo. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Caught by Menchaca over to Daniel Carroll for the putout. So 2 up, 2 down. Beck McCleskey now at the plate, number 5, designated hitter.
Another one, Jim, that you could say is be an argument for Mr. Tahoka these last few seasons.
Him and Stone, great athletes. This was going to be driven in the right field. No, it's going to be way foul, out of play.
Stone, we've gotten accustomed to as shooting guard and quarterback for the Bulldogs, and Beck McCleskey was a forward and tight end.
Ground ball is going to go to Garcia, who scoops and throws to Carroll for the third out. 3 up, 3 down for the Bulldogs in the top of the second, keeping the score at 2-0 is a Carson Construction, or 1-0 rather, Carson Construction score. We'll be right back here on Post Sports Radio with a recap of the top of the second.
Post-Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post-Dispatch, community news at the finest.
All right, so here we go. Nobody scored, so it's 1-0 still. Tahoka leads. We go to the bottom of the second. What happened in the top, Russ?
No runs, no hits, no runner left on, no errors, 1 strikeout. Just a solid pitching performance from Menchaca. Is now bringing it up to the plate is going to be Daniel Young, followed by Jax Perez and Landon Garcia.
All right. Still on the mound, you got Brogan Stone for the Bulldogs, and Sam Kessler made a nice catch close to the backstop in the first inning. He's behind the plate, of course. Oscar Rendon at third. Dante Garcia short. His brother MJ at second. Martin Vera Carlton at first. Hurley Liendo's out in left. Caden Gutierrez in center. And Jacob Tu is in right field. So we should have the 4th slot hitter coming up. We had 3 up and 3 down in the first. So Daniel Young batting left. The right fielder takes the box, ready to roll.
Batting average of .364 with an on-base percentage of .563.
Pitch from Stone is fouled off, making it count 0-1 to Daniel Young. Jax Perez on deck. Landon Garcia will come up after him.
It's pitch number 14 from Stone.
High and outside, 1-1 now the count. Next pitch from Stone. This one's going to be down the middle, and it's fouled off.
There's a big gap between right field and center field, Jim.
He's got to put it in the right spot. It'll all work out. Sophomore swings and misses on this pitch, striking out. Goes down swinging on the first out.
I think I'm going to be quiet now.
Is that announcer's jinx? I think I heard that term watching the NCAA Elite 8 and the Sweet 16 at least 5 times this past weekend. So a lot of people are aware of it, so you don't want to say things that are going to jinx the player. Stone pitches. This time it's, of course, at the plate. Jax Perez, the shortstop for the Antelopes. Swings and misses, 0-1 the count, 1 out. Foul ball, almost fair down the first base line. Nice swing by Jax, makes the count 0-2. Landon Garcia on deck, hope to see Cameron Menchaca after him. Ooh, breaking ball didn't break inside, ball 1, 1-2 now the count.
That was a great take.
Low for a ball.
That.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He thought that first one was a great take. That's even better.
All right, Jax Perez, number 4.
Get out, get out.
Left field, gets a base hit down the left field line. He turns first. He's going to stay there. Little slow pop or more of a line drive just over third base to stay in play and get the man on first. So the man on the base path first is the freshman Jax Perez for the Antelopes.
Yeah, just a little, Jim likes to call it just a little Texas League blooper that landed just in fair territory.
Sophomore Landon Garcia now at the plate with the runner at first. Stone delivers, bunt, nice bunt to the pitcher, slow. He's going to have to go to first, so advances the runner on the sac bunt. Puts Jax Perez in scoring position now at second. Nice play by Landon Garcia on the bunt. Got it down nice and soft on the grass. Rolled slowly to the pitcher. Couldn't make the throw to second, so they do get the out at first. So we've got 1 out, runner at second. At the plate now, the post pitcher, number 11, Cameron Menchaca.
He's got a batting average of .250 with an on-base percentage of .357.
Stone checks second, brings it home. Foul tip, which I believe was caught.
No, it was a foul tip that landed in the dirt and bounced into the glove.
All right, so strike 1, 0-1 to count with 2 outs. Is it 2?
Yeah, 2 outs.
2 outs. All right, let's get a runner in here. Drive into right center is going to bring home Jax Perez. He turns third. Throw home. He's going to be a little off target. He's going to be diving in head first and safe and tie this game up at 1 for the Antelopes.
Just a solid hit by Cameron Michok and Jim, I pointed it out earlier, there's a big gap between the center fielder and the right fielder, and it just went over the shoulder of the second baseman, and just nobody could get there in time.
I got a courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher, and it's going to be number 12, E.J. Soto at first base now. In for Menchaca, who just got a base hit and an RBI.
This brings up Daniel Carroll.
1-1 the score. It's a Carson Construction score. We're at the bottom of the second.
Carroll has a batting average of .333 with an on-base percentage of .643 and an OPS, which is on-base plus slugging, of .980.
All right, so he takes the box, number 13. Let's see how lucky that number is right here. First pitch from Stone from the stretch. Ground ball down third baseline, foul. So 0-1 the count now to Carroll.
Smashed contact with that ball. If you can just get it straightened out a little bit more. Yeah, Jim, look, the gap out there between right field and center field, I think it got bigger.
Yeah, I think you're right. That center fielder keeps coming in. Throw down to second to get the runner. Too high. Safe under the tag is Menchaca.
No, E.J. Soto.
Or E.J. rather, in scoring position. Now it's second. Count now 1-1 should be. See what the ump gives us. Stone from the stretch. Checks second. Brings it home. Swing and a miss by Carroll. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yeah, center fielder's pretty short. Right fielder's playing deep. Left fielder's playing about normal distance. Pitch outside for a ball. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, it's like I'm watching Tahoka's version of the shift. They just left the right fielder out alone, and everybody from the outfield this way is kind of shifted towards the left.
Carroll ready for the pitch. Stone checks second. Checking it again. Now he comes home. Oh, this one's driven in the center field over his head, hopefully. It is deep. And he gets a glove on it but misses it. Carroll's at second. The runner from second, E.J. Soto, crosses the plate to give Post the go-ahead run. Now 2-1 is the Carson Construction score. Antelopes lead. Bottom of the second.
Giving that a double because as he went to, well, I'll let that be.
It's either a hit or not. I would have to say it's a hit.
I'm giving that.
Catch.
I'm giving that a double.
Okay. Carroll gets his double and an RBI, putting 2 runs on the board for the Antelopes. 2-1 now the score.
Brings up Brian Saucedo.
Brian, third baseman, bats right, senior. I think the only senior out there today.
He's due in the games that we've been calling. He's due for something big.
Inside corner called strike, questionable. Yeah, Brian hits the ball, it's gone. He just has that power. What's his batting average?
Well, he's got an on-base percentage of
okay.
0.83, but he's due for
there
something
you
right
go.
there.
A grounder to the short. He's got a scoop at sidearm it to first. Gets the first baseman off the base. Safe. Carroll goes to third. He's safe as well. Now runners at the corner with a 2-1 lead. The Antelopes keep things alive here in the bottom of the second.
Goes down as an E5, but wish we had instant replay for you guys because Brian's got some wheels, and I played that pulling guard position. He's got some wheels.
All right, so we go with Luca Perez, top of the order,
that moved,
with 2 outs.
Sorry, Jim, that moved Carroll over to third.
Right. Perez ready for the pitch from Stone. Drives it in the right field. It's going to be out of play, just barely over. Oh, hits the dugout of Tahoka on the right, first base side, rather. So no balls, 1 strike with 2 outs, 2 runners on it at first and third. That's Saucedo. Got to call him by his first name. I know you've got 2 Saucedos on the starting lineup. Brian Saucedo at first, and Carroll's on third. Stone on the mound from the stretch, checks his runners. Another foul ball to the first base side. This one goes in the window of the red pickup over there, which you can't see on the camera. Luckily, the window was down. Could have had a broken window over there in the passenger front seat. Wow, went right in. All right, so got to count 0-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. First and third. Post up by 1. Stone brings it home. It's going to be a pop over to the second baseman on the line drive. He scoops, tags second for the force out for the third out of the inning, and that's going to wrap things up in the second. Post puts up 2, takes the lead, 2-1 as the Carson Construction score, and we'll take a break and come right back.
It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
Antelopes take the lead here in the bottom of the second. Here's Russ with the information.
Well, your Antelopes scored 2 runs on 3 hits. The Bulldogs committed 1 error, and Lopes left 2 runners on base. So now, as we move to the top half of the third inning, as we should have number 9, Martin Vera Carlton, coming up to bat, followed by the top of the order, which will be number 9, Brogan Stone, and then followed by number 4, Caden Gutierrez, the center fielder. So just real quickly, Brogan Stone, pitcher for Tahoka, has 33 pitches to his count, and Cameron Menchaca has 25. So that last half inning kind of balanced out the pitch totals for both teams. So good work by the Antelopes with their bats, getting Stone frustrated and extending his inning to take a 2-1 lead.
All right, thank you, Russ. Number 11 coming to the plate to start off the top of the third, which I need to change on our scoreboard here.
It's a final meeting of the mound, as coming up to bat is going to be number 11, the first baseman, Martin Vera Carlton.
All right, he bats 9th, so we'll go to the top of the order after him with Brogan Stone, followed by Caden Gutierrez. So you're going to have Vera Carlton, Stone, and Gutierrez here in the top of the third, with the Bulldogs down by 1 run. 2-1 Carson Construction score. Drive in the right field on the first pitch. Right center is going to go into the hole. Get past the center fielder. That's, of course, Price out there. And Carlton rounds second on his way to third to get a clean triple out of this one. Throw home to keep him at third. Is in plenty of time to keep him there. So a nice shot by the 9th hitter, Martin Vera Carlton, with a triple into right center.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this ballpark, Jim, is that normally out there and close to center field, when that ball rolls to the wall, these runners, especially at the high school level, they have a chance at inside the park home runs, and they're for sure going to get 3 bases out of it.
All right, Brogan Stone now at the plate, followed by Caden Gutierrez. Once again, it's Vera Carlton at third. Pitch to the plate, gets away from the catcher. Carlton's going to try to make his way home. Throw to home is a little bit late. The runner's safe to tie the game at 2, where Tahoka just scores on the pass ball. All right, so nobody on base now. No outs, but one run put up in the top of the third by Tahoka. Stone at the plate. He's got a 2-0 count. Let's get an indication from the umpire, if you will. No sign. What do you have?
I have 1-0.
1-0. All right, so now 1-1. On deck for the Bulldogs is Gutierrez, the center fielder. Next pitch, Menchaca throws it a little bit high and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. This one's inside for a ball. 3-1 the count.
I think that's Cameron trying to tell Brogan to back up from the way. I don't know if he technically, I don't know if it looks like he's crowding the plate, but he's been pitching a lot inside.
Next pitch swung at and fouled right there at the plate. Maintains a full count of 3-2. So 2-2 the score. Top of the third. Beautiful spring day here in Post. Called strike. Got him looking. Nice framing by Luca Perez behind the plate. He also ended up dropping the ball so quickly he tagged Stone before he even knew he dropped it. So it's going to be an out. So 1 out, and you've got, let's see, Caden Gutierrez, center fielder.
He hit a sac bunt back in the first inning.
Nobody on with 1 out. Gutierrez, left-handed hitter. Drives it into center field just past second base. And it's mishandled by Price. Hits him in the shin. Rolls about 40 feet away from him, behind him. And on his way to third is Gutierrez standing up. So an error on the center fielder. Should have been a single. Ends up being a...
Well, I'm not going to give... I think it's a judgment call out there because it did take a bad hop and get him in the shin. I'm not a fan of giving people errors when that ball takes a wild hop out there in center field.
We got a jury over here. They say error.
All right.
Yeah, he kind of ran past it a little bit too to hit him in the shin. All right, so runner at third. We got 1 out. Tied game at 2. Ball gets away from the catcher. Perez gets it back in time to keep that runner at third. Man on third is Gutierrez. At the plate, Dante Garcia, the shortstop. On deck, Sam Kessler. Pitch outside for a ball. 2-0 the count with 1 out. Once again, a runner at third. Antelope scored 2 in the bottom of the second. Tahoka with 1 in the first and now 1 in the third. Swing and a miss for a strike. 2-1 now the count to number 2, Dante Garcia.
All right, it's 36 pitches now for Menchaca.
Menchaca from the stretch with a runner at third. Fouls it off, out of play. All right, runner at third. We've got 1 out. Go-ahead run is at third, by the way. Scored 2-2. Dante Garcia drives this one into short center field. Runner from third coming home. That's Gutierrez. And Garcia stays at first. Driving in the run, making it 3-2 Tahoka. To the top of the third. I want to mention we will be covering the 4-2A District Track and Field Championships on Friday live by Post Sports Radio. Will be on the YouTube channel. Be sure to join us for that throw to first. Not in time. Garcia gets back, dusts himself off. Sam Kessler, the catcher, at the plate now. Cleanup hitters, matter of fact. Menchaca in the stretch. Got to keep an eye on Garcia. He does have the wheels. I think Russ, you got a stolen base in that first inning.
Yeah.
So you got to keep an eye on him. And
he did steal second.
Menchaca knows that, so he's keeping a good eye on him. Garcia's got a good lead. Menchaca checks him, comes home. Drive, foul down the third baseline. So Kessler at the plate. What did he do his last time up?
He had a sacrifice fly out into right field that drove in Broganstone.
All right, so at the plate now with the runner at first and just one out. Low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out, and 1 runner on at first base.
Already at 40 pitches.
All right, so Cameron Menchaca. Did he pitch at all on Saturday?
He did not.
Okay, should be fresh arm for the Antelopes. Throw to first, not in time to get Garcia.
Yeah, the last I saw of him pitching was earlier in the week last week when we played Smyre at Smyre.
Kessler at the plate with a 1-1 count. 1 out, runner at first. Swing and foul down the third base side. Steven Rodriguez, head coach for the Bulldogs of Tahoka. He's assisted by Zach Logston, who's at first base.
Zach Logston's their head basketball coach.
Correct. Pitch comes home, outside for a ball. Throw down the first. Nice throw from his knees. Luca Perez almost gets the runner at first, but not in time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. High and inside for a ball. Full count.
Do have a double play opportunity if you can get it hit just right. Of course, you got to field it first.
Yeah, you got to execute the right hit. Throw to first. Almost gets the runner. He's going to be safe. Garcia was leaning the wrong way when Menchaca decided to go to first. So Sam Kessler at the plate, 3-2 count with 1 out. Go-ahead run happened in this inning for Tahoka. Menchaca brings it home. Ground ball to Menchaca. Off his glove, picks it up over to first. In time to get the runner. Advances the runner from first to second. So Dante Garcia now on second. Kessler is out on the fielder's choice. Brings up MJ Garcia with 2 outs and a runner at second. Is that right?
Yeah, 2 outs, runner on second.
I was wondering if I thought I saw 18 on the jersey. It is a 16. So MJ Garcia, what did he do last time?
He flew out to Moreno out in left field.
First pitch to him, high and outside for a ball. Oscar Rendon's on deck. If we get that far. MJ Garcia, we're assuming his brother is Dante, who's on second. Got a 1-0 count. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-1 now the count.
Good pitch.
I guess Menchaca's the only left-handed pitcher for the Antelopes. That sound about right?
Yeah, I think he's one of them.
Ooh, nice curveball catch in the outside corner for another called strike. Menchaca ahead of the batter now with a 1-2 count. 2 outs and a runner at second.
He went high. He caught the outer part of the corner with his own with the curveball. He can do whatever he wants right now.
Here's the pitch, outside and high. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on at second. Next pitch, runner's going, throw down the third, over the head of Saucedo. Runner heading home, throw to home. He's going to be a little bit late. So E2 on that play, brings home another run. and gives Tahoka a 4-2 lead. Count now 2-2. Should be. What do you got?
Yeah, 2-2.
2-2 with 2 outs?
Oh, no, sorry, 3-2. Yeah, 3-2.
At the plate now is Oscar Rendon, number 17. Nobody on. Menchaca. No, I'm sorry, that was still 16. MJ Garcia, who strikes out looking. He goes down for the 3rd out, but right after Tahoka putting up 2 runs in this inning. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit. First, let me tell you about some of our sponsors like Bowlinger, Seegers, Gilbert, and Moss LLP. They are a full-service accounting firm. They're committed to providing quality services. They're one of our newest sponsors. And also our good supporters always is Will and Crystal Osborne and their son Cooper on the varsity baseball team. Hope to see him later today. So back in a moment.
We play the greatest country music ever recorded. Tune in anytime and anywhere to KSSL 107.3, 94.1, KSSLFM.com, and on our free mobile app. All your favorites are here.
Hi, I'm Alan Jackson.
Hi, this is Mark Chestnut.
Hi, I'm Clint Black.
We've got them all.
Hi, this is Ronnie Millsap.
Hi, this is Patty Loveless.
Hi, everybody, this is Garth Brooks.
Hey, this is George Strait.
I've been listening to this radio station forever.
Proud supporters of high school sports. We are KSSL.
All right, back live at Norm Cash Field. And Jim Plummer here with Russ Morris. Russ to review the, the top of the 3rd?
Yeah. Top of the 3rd ended with Tahoka scoring 3 runs on 2 hits. 2 errors were committed by the Bull Gold, and no runner was left on. So now we move. Oh, and Cameron Menchaca did pitch. He's now up to 50 pitches through three innings pitched. So now we move ahead to the bottom of the 3rd. And coming up to bat should be number 8, Edgar Salcedo, followed by Isaiah Moreno and Daniel Young.
All right, Salcedo, the DH today. Stone on the mound for Tahoka, in the dirt for a ball.
Salcedo struck out swinging his last time at the plate.
Next pitch, Salcedo drives it in for a base hit to right. Nice single mishandled by the right fielder. He'll pick it up and get it in time to keep Salcedo at first. All right, so leadoff hitter on base for the Antelopes. Down by 2 runs now, 4-2 Carson Construction score. Coming to the plate now is Daniel Young. No, I'm sorry, it's Isaiah Moreno.
He too struck out swinging his last time at the plate.
Number 10 sophomore showing bunt, fouls it off. So no balls, 1 strike to Moreno. So Salcedo leads off with a single. He's at first. Moreno at the plate with 0-1 count. Good. High for a ball now, 1-1.
Good take.
Sam Kessler behind the plate for the Bulldogs. Drive into right field. Another shot there is going to send a runner to second. Makes the turn. Now he's on his way to 3rd after the bobble by the right fielder, Jacob Tu. He throws it to 3rd, not in time. And the batter, Moreno, heads up ball, runs to 2nd. And not a heads up play by the 3rd baseman, Oscar Rendon. He wasn't paying attention to that other runner. So looks like Coach Rodriguez is going to call a timeout. We'll take one here. Post with 2 on, down by 2, 4-2 Carson Construction score. We'll be back with more of the bottom of the 3rd in just a moment.
Post Antelope Baseball is powered by Family Cleaners, your hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main Street in Post. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving Post in all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. Richie Rich Barbershop, Yo Hablo Espanol, a licensed local barbershop on East Main and Post. Call for info and an appointment at 806-706-8413. And Post Plumbing, Heating and Air. One call does it all. 806-577-1300. Post Sports Radio thanks these sponsors for making Bold Gold Baseball live and free on Facebook and YouTube.
All right, after a brief timeout by Tahoka, we're back to baseball here at Norm Cash Field. Post down by 2 with 2 runners on now, bottom of the 3rd. You got Daniel Young at the plate. Number 1, the right fielder for the Antelopes.
Tahoka has yet to shift over to the right a little bit. Look at the gap between center field and right field.
Stone throws high for a ball. Get the left-handed batter to your right, Russ. You got a center fielder straight away. The right fielder's leaning towards the foul line.
Well, he's leaning towards foul line, but look how close to the fence he's playing.
It's going to be a foul ball making the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike to Daniel Young. Young, also a sophomore. Comes into this game with a .364 batting average. Next pitch to him, inside for a ball. He leads now 2-1 in the count. So behind the plate, Sam Kessler, third base. Rendon. Garcia's at short. Garcia also at second. That'd be MJ. Stone throws. Ground ball foul. Ran almost into the Tahoka dugout.
He's got the right idea with that swing. If he can get it straightened out, that ball's headed in that gap between center field and right field.
All right, so 2-2 the count. No outs. 2 runners on for the Bold Gold. Just wants to drive the second baseman on the ground, throw to first to get the runner. He's going to be out, but a run does score from third on the fielder's choice. Coming across the plate for the Antelopes is number 8, Sawyer Mackey. Is he running?
Edgar Saucedo.
I'm sorry. Everybody's changing numbers. I can throw this roster away. Saucedo was on third. He scores. He was the DH to start things off with a single. He scores. Running from second is Moreno. He gets to third on the fielder's choice. So still with just 1 out. Runner at third. And the batter is Jax Perez, number 4.
Jax is a batting average of 176, but an on-base percentage of 444. So he does find ways to get on base.
Young freshman with the second pitch drives a grounder to third on 1 hop. Throw comes home to get the runner, and he's tagged out. Almost. He tried to start a pickle and just didn't have enough reach and time to do so. So tagging the runner out at third is the catcher, Sam Kessler. Nice throw from Oscar Rendon from third base to get the runner, but gives Post now 2 outs. And score now 4-3. Tahoka's up by 1. Post scoring 1 here in the bottom of the third.
So Jax advances on a fielder's choice. Or he reaches first on the fielder's choice, I should say.
Garcia at the plate, inside pitch. Oh, like I said, it was corner. Almost hit him. He must be crowding the plate then. But anyway, that's a strike. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Jax Perez at first. Breaking ball high and inside for a ball. 1-1 the count with 2 outs.
And Garcia, batting average of 412 with an on-base percentage of 667.
Let's go, Landon. Need to keep this 2-out rally alive here. Perez with a short lead. Oh, Lordy.
I don't know about that one, Blue.
Throw inside. Again, Landon must be on top of the plate because that was real close to hitting him.
Yeah, he looks like he's closer to the plate.
Got a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Stone from the stretch. There goes Jax Perez to second. It's a ground ball fouled on the third base line. Kind of like a bunt. It was a total swing, though. I just hit him in the hands almost. All right, still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Perez comes back to first. Holding him on at first is Martin Vera Carlton, number 11. Next pitch, swing and a miss to strike out Garcia for the final out of the bottom of the third. Post scores 1, closes the gap by 1 run. Carson Construction score is 4-2. Tahoka. We'll take a break and be right back here on Post Sports Radio, home of the Bold Gold.
Post-Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post-Dispatch, community news at the finest.
All right, the Antelopes close the gap by 1 run. We'll go to Russ Morris to get a review of what happened in the bottom of the third, Russ.
Well, there's 1 run on 2 hits. No errors were committed, and only 1 runner was left on base. 50 pitches already for Broken Stone through 3 innings pitched. So now we move ahead to the top of the 4th. This game's flying right on by as we look at now at Oscar Rendon, followed by Hurley Leando and Beck McCleskey.
All right, top of the 4th. Just getting that corrected on your scoreboard as you're looking at it on the screen. Score is right, though. 4-3, Tahoka leads in this game. Got to hopefully play 7 innings today. Let's play a full game and Post came out on top. We can say that. We're Post Sports Radio. Now, every time I look at our roster we have here, and Coach likes to change numbers on these players depending on who's going to be able to play, which he has to do. Also, size of uniform matters. You don't want Brian Salcedo wearing number 4, right?
Well,
you look at Jax. He's wearing number 4 right now.
Yeah.
You put that jersey on Brian, what are you going to do?
Get athletic.
All right, so here we go.
That's why he's a pulling guard, Jim.
He can move, you're right.
He's athletic.
All right, at the plate now for the Tahoka. It's a ground ball. It gets away from Brian Salcedo, speaking of which, off his right hand, up against the fence. And number 17, Oscar Rendon, the third baseman on first base, with a base hit. Hard to handle. Hard shot down the baseline.
It bounced off his glove, though.
It's up to you.
We gave
I know.
We gave center fielder an error. I got to be consistent.
Yes, sir. You got it. All right, so Rendon on first. Hurley Leando, left-handed batter at the plate. Leando, the left fielder for the Bulldogs. Still in the mound for the Antelopes. A nice bunt is going to go foul for Leando. We'll say Cameron Menchaca still in the mound for the Antelopes. And I don't think anything else has changed out there. You got Perez behind the plate. Salcedo, we know, at third. Jax Perez at short. Landon Garcia at second. Daniel Carroll at first. Left field is Isaiah Moreno. Jacob Price in center. And Daniel Young out in right. Menchaca has thrown over 50. What do you got?
This will be pitch number 53.
Nice breaking ball down the middle. Called strike. So 0-2 to count to Hurley Leando. From the stretch, it'll be Cameron Menchaca, sophomore left-handed pitcher. Breaking ball, nice pitch. Woohoo! Just because the batter ducks doesn't mean it's about to hit him. All right, so there we go. That one could have gone either way. Ump calls it a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. Keeping the count at 1-2.
It's pitch number 55.
Next broadcast is going to be Friday. The District 428 track meet from Post. Y'all join us for that. It'll start about 5. Still sponsorships available. You can contact me, Jim Plummer, if you need to know more. Next pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Menchaca.
Strikeout number 4.
So second batter, Hurley Leando's down on strikeouts. Rendon with a shot down the third baseline. It's an error, but he's on first base. Beck McCleskey now at the plate.
He grounded out to second base last time out. So double play opportunity here if you can turn it.
Pitch. McCleskey's going to drive it into right center. Oh, and Landon Garcia almost was able to reach to it over his shoulder. Couldn't get to it, so it's going to advance the runner. Get a base hit from McCleskey. Putting Rendon on second. Still with 1 out, runners at first and second.
Speaking it into existence, Jim. It's still there. Double play is still there.
Love to see it. Just 1 out now.
That's all you need is turn 2. And I'll let fate decide how that happens. It can go a number of different ways.
At the plate now is number 10, is that? Or Or is that 11? Martin, Vera, Carlton.
Hit a triple last time out.
Where was that, the center field?
Yeah, kind of out into right center, and it just rolled all the way to the fence. But as deep as this park is, that's going to happen.
First pitch to him, a ball, 1-0 the count with runners at first and second. Menchaca brings it home. This one's going to be foul, out of play. On deck is the top of the order, Brogan Stone, number 9, and he'll be followed by Caden Gutierrez.
All right, this will be pitch number 60. If Menchaca can manage to get this pitch hit, grounded either to second or shortstop, and the Antelopes can turn two, this will be big for his arm.
Runners at first and second. Menchaca comes home from the stretch, and a breaking ball's high and inside. Throw down to third to get the runner. Is not in time. So runner from second advances. He's safe. Runner at first stays there. That's Carlton. Or Brogan, isn't it? Brogan Stone, rather.
Talking about the batter on deck.
I'm sorry. Who's at first? McCleskey's
first,
at first.
yeah. Beckett. It's a Abbott Costello bit who's on first. Anyway, that's Brogan Stone on deck. Beck McCleskey is on first. You're right, Jim. As he goes.
Ground ball to second. There's Garcia with the scoop and throw. Runner's out at first. Runner scores from third, though, on the fielder's choice.
Well, they timed that hit and run perfect, Tahoka did. As now this brings up Brogan Stone.
Oh, got a little trouble with the scoreboard right now. We'll get that figured out. Tahoka's got 5, right?
Yes.
5-3 the score. All right, so Stone, top of the order, drives this one to left center. It's going to be deep, hard to get to. Gets between the two outfielders. Picked up by Moreno. I'm sorry, that's going to be Price, throws it in. 1 run scores. And here comes Stone all the way around for in the park. Home run on a couple errors, or 1 error, let's say. What do you think, Russ?
Yeah, that's an inside the park home run.
So it's going to give Tahoka a 7-3 lead. Top of the 4th right now. Still, we got 2 outs, so they're having a 2-out rally basically.
Now this brings up Caden Gutierrez, the center fielder. Again, having this deep of a ballpark can work to its benefits, but it can also show you the disadvantages of it as well.
High and inside pitch. Ball 1.
And there's good reasons as to why this ballpark was modeled the way it is.
Caden Gutierrez at the plate. Left-handed batter with nobody on and 2 outs. Called strike. Evens the count at 1 each. Chaka brings it home. Foul ball behind the backstop. Over to the newly renovated Little League field right behind us. It's looking good.
If you guys haven't had a chance to come on out and see the work that everybody's been doing to the Little League field, come on out and take a look at it. It looks night and day different from what it used to look like.
Outside pitch for a ball. 2-2 now the count with 2 outs. I guess opening day is coming up soon. I've been keeping track of that with the Little League.
I'm not.
Ground ball to second. Garcia gets by him to Price in center field. He picks it up, gets it to second base, holds the runner at first. Caden Gutierrez with the base hit. All right, number 2 should be as Dante Garcia, the shortstop.
Jim, we're getting into dangerous territory with Cameron. That's pitch number 66.
Left-hander, sophomore. Got a decent move to first. You need to have a pickoff right about now to get this third out, because Gutierrez at first does have speed. He's playing cat and mouse out there. First pitch to Garcia is fouled off. This being Dante Garcia. Gutierrez looking like he wants to take second. Chaka checks him, throws home. Throw down to first by the catcher, over out of the reach of Carroll, the first baseman. Picked up by Daniel out there in right field, Daniel Young, and keeps a runner at second now. Now runner at scoring position on second base.
Yeah, it's a errant throw by the catcher. It is one thing that has been a commonality in district play so far that we've called, Jim, is the unforced errors.
And Chaka from the stretch throws to second on the spin move. That's hard to handle for Garcia. He's going to advance the runner as the ball ends up in center field. So Gutierrez now at third base. Dante Garcia, the shortstop, at the plate with a 1-1 count and 2 outs. Gutierrez at third. And Chaka throws and fouls it off. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs.
This will be pitch number 70.
Chaka from the stretch brings it home. Ground ball is going to go to short. Jax Perez backhands it. Throw to first. In time. Oh! The runner beats the throw, and the runner from third comes home. So Gutierrez safe at home. Safe at first is Dante Garcia with an infield base hit and an RBI.
Yeah, it was just it would have been a heck of a play if the throw would have got there, but it was just a good effort by both Jacks to get that ball over to first base, and it's just an even better effort from the base runner to get on first to beat the throw. Sam Kessler at the plate now.
Kessler, the catcher, bats right. Watches a ball go by. Looked like a strike, but called a ball. 1-0 the count. So Dante Garcia on first, Kessler at the plate. How many runs this inning?
A lot. 4.
4 runs this inning for Tahoka. Second pitch by Menchaca, a ball as well. 2-0 now the count. 2 outs with a runner at first. Menchaca checks first, comes home. Ground ball's going to go to second base. It's Garcia in front of it. Falls to his knees, but makes the play at first for the final out of the inning to stop the bleeding. After scoring 4 runs in this inning, it's Tahoka. They take the lead 8-3 as the Carson Construction score. Back in a moment here on Post Sports Radio, home of the bold goals.
It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
We're streaming live on Post Sports Radio at Norm Cash Field at David Nichols Park in Post, Texas. And don't forget District 4 2A Track and Field Championship coverage coming up on Friday. That is the 4th. And hopefully weather looks good. It's going to be cool, actually, with a chance of rain, which we will invite. But we'll carry that. We'll stream that running events at night, hopefully intersperse some highlights from the day before the track or the field events. And it'll all be on Post Sports Radio. Still, our partnership and corporate packages available to advertise. Russ?
4 runs on 4 hits, 1 runner left on base, and the Bowl Gold committed 3 errors, which brings the error total to 5 so far this game. Unless there might be a few that I've missed, but according to my tally, we've got 5 so far. Cameron Menchaca, through 4 innings, has pitched 73 pitches. Is now, if we move to the bottom half of the 4th, it's going to be Cameron Menchaca, followed by Daniel Carroll and Brian Salcedo. Brogan Stone is still out on the mound. Stone has pitched 50 pitches up to this point.
What has Cameron done so far at the plate?
Cameron so far, he's came around and scored. He hit a single back in the 2nd and has a stolen base.
Okay, good time at the plate for the pitcher. Throws left, bats right. Again, following him will be Daniel Carroll, and then Brian Salcedo. First pitch to Menchaca, pop fly high between right and 2nd, and a good play by M.J. Garcia to make the catch in the sun out in right field. Second baseman out in right field.
Yeah, and that ball just caught the wind. Speaking of, you can kind of feel it when it breezes on in here, but there is a bit of a jet stream that's coming in from right field to home plate, and then it just hung up there a little bit. So now this brings up Daniel Carroll. He hit a double last time at bat, and I think he's crowding the plate too, Jim. They just called that a strike.
Inside corner called strike for Stone. 0-1 to count to Carroll. Post down by 5, 8-3. Foul ball. Now the count 0-2. Yeah, we're expecting rain on Friday. So hopefully we'll have things covered enough that we can still present a broadcast and the events can still go on.
Let it rain in the morning. That way we can party in the evening.
There you go. That'll be nice. All right, Brogan Stone, full windup. 0-2 count, ground ball, slow wind. Fouled on the third base side. So Daniel Carroll makes the run to first just in case, which that's what you're supposed to do. He'll trot back home and pick up the bat, and let's try it again with an 0-2 count. Brian Salcedo, third baseman, is on deck. And then we go to the top of the order with Luca Perez. Ground ball. This one will be foul as well. So Daniel's going to get tired running the first.
Well, he's battling back in the count. I mean, yeah, the count's 0-2, but this back-to-back foul balls, Stone is already up to 55 pitches. That's 5 pitches already in this at-bat alone.
Well, Daniel Carroll looks a little winded right now. Sprinting at first like he's supposed to after that last one almost stayed fair. All right, ready for the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Drop by the catcher, pick up and throw to first for the putout. So 2 up, 2 down for the Antelopes here in the bottom of the 4th.
This brings up Brian Salcedo.
Big Brian, third baseman.
Got on base. Yeah, he did get on base, but unfortunately it was due to an error.
Increases his on-base percentage, though. Nice stat. Ground ball to third. Nice and hard. Scooped up by Rendon with the throw. Takes the first baseman off the base, so Brian's going to be safe again. So he's 2 for 2 for getting on the base path.
Yeah, that on-base percentage of 0.83 is going to be in either the 1s or the 2s after today.
He's jacking it up there. All right, so Oscar Rendon with a nice, not a good throw, but a nice catch at third. Off-center throw to first and drew that first baseman, Vera Carlton, off the base. And Brian Salcedo for the Antelopes is safe at first. Brings it to play at the top of the order. Luca Perez, the catcher.
He unfortunately grounded out to second with the unassisted put out.
Ball 1 on the first pitch. So 8-3. Post down by 5. Bottom of the 4th. 2 outs with a runner at first. Another pitch outside. Just misses for a ball.
All right. This will be pitch number 63.
So 2-0 the count. Salcedo on first. Luca drives the ball back to the pitcher, and he surprisingly catches it, tosses it to first to Carlton, and that's the put out for number 3. Ends the inning with the score 8-3 as the Carson Construction score. Back in a moment on Post Sports Radio, home of the Bold Gold.
Post Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post Dispatch. Community news at the finest.
We're back live at David Nichols Park on Norm Cash Field, and Russ Morris with a review of the bottom of the 4th. Russ?
No runs on no hits. 1 runner left on base, and 1 error was committed by the Bulldogs. Broken Stone has 63 pitches. As now we move ahead to the top of the 5th. It's coming up to bat is going to be MJ Garcia, followed by Oscar Rendon and Hurley Liendo.
Still on the mound for the Antelopes is Cameron Menchaca. Luca Perez should be still behind the plate. Salcedo still at third. You got Jax Perez at shortstop, Landon Garcia at second, and Daniel Carroll still out there at first base. Out in left field, Isaiah Moreno. Jacob Price in center. Now in right field is Daniel Young. So MJ Garcia, the second baseman, ready to come to the plate. This should be the last warm-up throw. There you go.
63.
All right, so here we go once again. Coming to the plate, number 16 is MJ Garcia. He and his brother, the middle infielders, at second. MJ at second, and his brother Dante at short.
So let's see how far Cameron goes. This will be pitch number 74.
All right, the right-handed batter in the box. First pitch from Menchaca, swing and a miss for a strike. 0-1 the count with no outs. No outs. Next pitch, ball.
All right, that was pitch 75.
1-1 the count. Chaka brings it home. Ooh, a little bit high.
Come on, Blue. You're
2 ball, 1 strike.
Jim, what is one thing that I've said about these umpires all year long?
This guy's consistent.
Well, he's been consistently inconsistent in some locations.
There's a call. That was kind of inside, and he called it a strike. That was consistent. He's been consistent there. All right, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs, of course. MJ Garcia at the plate. Watches this one go by. A little bit too low.
Yeah.
Full count, 3-2.
It's that outer corner of the right-handed batters.
Mm-hmm.
It's either there or it's not with this guy.
Ooh, that's a called strike, yeah. Garcia turned his shoulder like he was going to get hit, and that was right down the middle for the called third strike. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 5th.
Strikeout number 5 for Cameron. Now this brings up Oscar Rendon. He got on base via an error out to third base last time out and came around and scored.
Right-handed batter, third baseman. Drives this one to short. Jax Perez on one hop scoops it. Throw to first, high, but coming down is Daniel Carroll with the ball to touch the base and get the out. So 2 up, 2 down.
That's what we need. All right, this will be pitch number 81, and it'll come to Hurley Liendo.
Liendo, left-handed batter.
He's 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out last time at bat.
Okay.
And he grounded back to the pitcher in the second inning.
Timeout call before Menchaca can throw his first pitch to Liendo. A bat laying in the field, had to move that out of the way. First pitch, curveball, called strike on the corner. So Liendo will be followed by Beck McCleskey, the designated hitter, if we get that far. Drive into short center, chasing down Landon Garcia and Price. Price picks it up, calls off Garcia, makes the catch. Nice play out in the outfield by the Antelopes. So 3 up, 3 down, no one scores. Still Post down by 5, 8-3 is the Carson Construction score. Back in a moment here on Post Sports Radio, home of the Bold Gold.
This message is sponsored by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman.
Texas 4-H is a club for kids and teenagers ages 5 to 18, and it's big. It's the largest youth development program in Texas. 4-H is for kids with animals and so much more, like shooting sports, food science, healthy living, fashion, and photography. Contact the Garza County Extension Office to sign up by calling 806-495-4400 or visit 4honline.com.
This is brought to you by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County.
Antelopes with 3 up, 3 down to the Bulldogs of Tahoka. Russ Morris with a little review of that. Not much to talk about.
No, just they retired the side in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runner left on base. Cameron Menchaca, according to what I have logged, is either around 82, 83 pitches through 5 innings. So I'll be curious to see if he comes out in the 6th inning. So now we look ahead to the bottom half of the 5th inning. As staying on the mound, as Jim stated, is Brogan Stone. He has 63 pitches to his total, and coming up to bat is going to be Edgar Saucedo, followed by Isaiah Moreno and Daniel Young.
Saucedo bats in the 2nd slot, so pretty much your top of the order to start off this game, where Post is down by 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th. So 3 more chances to get back in this game and take a lead for the Antelopes.
You know, Tahoka put out a big lead early. Last time they played on Saturday, and Post was able to come back, and it went all the way to the wire in the 7th inning.
By 1 run, was it 17-16, something like that?
18-17.
Close enough. All right, so first pitch to Saucedo, called strike on the breaking ball. Edgar Saucedo swings and misses the second DH for the Antelopes today.
Got him with a little bit of a heater down low. Made him decide to change sports for a second with a golf swing.
This one's high for a ball. 1-2 now the count. Next pitch from Stone is inside. Ooh. Sometimes called a strike, this time not.
Just stand in there and take it. He'd have been on base.
All right, so we got a count of 2-2. Stone delivers, driven into center field. Barely is a base hit for Edgar Saucedo.
It's his 2nd hit of the day. He's now 2 for 3.
Is that his 2nd leadoff hit?
Oh.
Am I dreaming that?
No, that's his 1st leadoff hit.
Okay. Nonetheless, Saucedo at first. Both Saucedos hitting the ball well today. Brian and Edgar. Brings up Isaiah Moreno, the left fielder for the Antelopes, with a runner at first and no outs. 5 runs to make up to tie this game. Saucedo getting off first pretty far. First pitch fouled off by Moreno.
He struck out in the 1st, and hit a single in the third, was able to reach third, and then
Another foul, pop fly.
And then he got out trying to score home, trying to steal home. Or not steal home, but he, you know what I mean.
It's force out.
Yeah, force out at home. Well, no, actually
he had to tag him.
Yeah, tag. He tried to force a pickle. He put the brakes on. It's too little too late.
Fielder's choice. He swings and misses the third pitch for the strikeout, making it the first out of the bottom of the fifth. Post still with a runner at first, brings up left-handed hitter number 1, Daniel Young. Right fielder. Saucedo with a decent lead at first, gets back. Drive into short right field. Second baseman trying to get under, loses it. That's going to be a base hit.
Yeah, it's a base hit, but
Fielder's choice, I guess. Throws the runner out at second.
Yeah, it's not a fielder's choice. It's a base hit, and then it's the 4-6 put out.
Yeah, that'd be a fielder's choice. He could have thrown it to first. Anyway, nobody's on second. Daniel Young with a pop fly just out of the infield. Caught in the sun, gets the base hit. High and inside to Jax Perez for a ball. So 2 outs, 1-0 the count to Perez. Post down by 5, 8-3, Carson Construction score. Young with a good lead at first. Stays there. Swing and miss by Perez for strike 2. Is that right, or 1-1?
1-1.
1-1, rather.
Pitch number 75 for Stone.
There goes Young. Hit and run. Pop fly, short, right field once again. This one lands. Picked up by the first baseman on one bounce. Advancing the runner to third, that's Young. And Jax Perez gets a base hit out of it. Now runners at first and third. That's a tough sun field out there in right field.
Yeah, so that's a replay of what happened last at bat, but this time it worked in the Lopes' favor. Just the hit and run was actually put on this time, and Young was able to get to third.
That brings up number 7, Landon Garcia. He's got runners on the corners, first and third. 2 outs. Good chance to get a run here for the Antelopes.
Gap out into center and right field's kind of evened out a little bit, Jim.
Garcia with an over 400 average.
As opposed to what it was in the earlier innings.
Throw to first. Ooh, too bad didn't get away from the first baseman. Jax Perez dives back. He's safe. Daniel Young at third.
2-1 out in the straightaway center.
First pitch to Garcia. Drive into left. Way out of play. Hits a car or two. Nice line drive shot by Garcia. Straighten that one out, and you got at least 1 run. So 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Oh, it's going to be a grounder to second. Scoop and throw from Garcia over to Vera Carlton for the putout, leaving 2 on the base path. That's going to end the 5th inning. Carson Construction scored Tahoka 8 and Post 3. We'll be back in a moment.
Post Antelope Baseball is powered by Family Cleaners, your hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main Street in Post. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving Post in all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. Richie Rich Barbershop, Yo Hablo Espanol, a licensed local barbershop on East Main and Post. Call for info and an appointment at 806-706-8413. And Post Plumbing, Heating and Air. One call does it all. 806-577-1300. Post Sports Radio thanks these sponsors for making Bold Gold Baseball live and free on Facebook and YouTube.
Well, in the bottom of the 5th, the Antelopes try to threaten the score and close the gap, but weren't successful. Russ, what happened?
Well, he left 2 runners on base. Managed to get 3 hits out of it, but no runs were able to come across, as the only runner in scoring position was Daniel Young. as he was left. As you probably just heard the announcement from the PA announcer, Cameron Menchaca has now entering this half inning. He'll be pitching pitch number 85. Then Brogan Stone has pitched 77 pitches up to this point. Leading off for Tahoka is going to be number 5, Beck McCleskey, followed by Martin Vera Carlton, and then Brogan Stone.
(8-3) Carson Construction score. Bulldogs lead. Going to the top of the 6th. If you're not aware, high school plays 7 innings. I say that because I've had 2 people tell me in the last week, will they play 9 innings? I said, I hope not. Both softball and baseball high school play 7 innings. Tell you what, a 9-inning game is a long venture. I've been to a couple of Tech games in the last couple of years, and okay, especially a doubleheader. I wish they would play 7 innings in doubleheaders, but no, they play 9.
Well, there was the SEC, there was controversy between I believe Texas A&M and Kentucky last night, as the SEC has a travel curfew where no inning can be played on Sundays or travel days past 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the time was 4:28 when the pitch was going in, and A&M did not like how Kentucky handled it.
Oh, they'll get over it. They're Aggies.
Well, because the Kentucky coaches and pitchers came out and took their time going to the mound for quote-unquote mound meetings.
I see. 1-0 the count. McCleskey at the plate. 2-0 now the count. Got Menchaca with his 3rd pitch to McCleskey. High. Now 3-0. Perez still behind the plate with Brian Salcedo at its 3rd. Jax Perez short. Landon Garcia is at 2nd and Daniel Carroll at 1st. Still pretty much a starting lineup for the Antelopes. Luca Perez behind the plate, and Menchaca walks McCleskey. It's going to go to the 9th batter, Martin Vera Carlton, left-handed batter, first baseman, having a pretty good game rush.
Yeah, he was able to hit a triple back in the 3rd inning and would come around and score. And he also had a sacrifice ground out to second base back in the 4th.
Throw to first, not in time to get McCleskey. Go to the top of the order for the Bulldogs after Vera Carlton. It'll be Brogan Stone on deck. Next pitch is a drive to second base. Good DP possibility, and we get it. Double play by the Bold Gold Antelopes. Call that a 4-6-3 put out for the Antelopes. All right. So 2 up, 2 down, basically, unofficially. Brings up number 9 to the plate now. It's Brogan Stone, the pitcher with nobody on and 2 outs. First pitch from Menchaca. A little outside.
Stone had an inside the park home run his last appearance.
Right-handed batter, senior this year. Ground ball to Salcedo. Scoop at 3rd. Throw to 1st for the putout. What a play by Brian Salcedo, the senior. So it's going to be 3 up, 3 down for the Bulldogs. We go to the bottom of the 6th in just a moment. Still, though, Tahoka with the lead, 8-3 is the Carson Construction score.
It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
All right, Post Antelopes coming to play now in the bottom of the sixth. But what happened in the top of the sixth, Russ?
No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on as the Antelopes were finally able to turn a double play. Cameron Menchaca has pitched 89 pitches up to this point. So then we move ahead to the bottom of the sixth. Be Cameron Menchaca, Daniel Carroll, and Brian Saucedo. Brogan Stone is still out there on the mound as he has 77 pitches already.
All right, still out in the field. Looks like the starting lineup for the Bulldogs as well as Brogan Stone on the mound, of course. You just heard that. Sam Kessler's behind the plate. Oscar Rendon at third. Dante Garcia at short. MJ Garcia at second. Martin Vera Carlton is at first still. Out in left field is Hurley Liendo. Caden Gutierrez at center. And Jacob Dew is out in right field. Ready to go with the Antelopes coming to the plate now.
Antelopes need a big inning here. Need at least 5 runs at the least.
Sophomore pitcher Cameron Menchaca coming to plate for the Antelopes.
Shown this year that they showed on Saturday that they have the potential to do it. So just need to find that fight in you and do it again.
Need 5 to tie. Stone with the pitch. Drive into center field. It's going to be a base hit for Menchaca. Gets past the center fielder. He didn't touch it, so that goes all the way to the fence. Menchaca at second, on his way to third. Should get there easily, and he does. Dives head first anyway, and he's going to be safe at third. Nobody touched the ball.
That's a triple.
That's a triple. Should have touched it.
Should have touched it. It bounced over his arm. So
that's how you get a rally start, a lead-off triple for the Antelopes with no outs. Coming to the plate now, number 13, Daniel Carroll. Carroll comes in batting .333.
He's 1 for 2 at the plate today. He struck out back in the 4th, but he did hit a double back in the 2nd inning and was able to get all the way to 3rd.
Got Brian Saucedo on deck, swinging its foul tip by Carroll. Strike one. 0-1 the count. Brogan Stone, full windup with the runner at third. Brings the pitch, high and inside for a ball.
All right, that
1-1.
was pitch number 80 for Stone.
All right, so the 1-1 delivery, low pitch, makes it ball 2. 2 balls and a strike with no outs and a runner at third for the Antelopes. Stone outside, hits the corner, called strike.
Brings the count back even.
2-2.
Gap to hit now is between left field and center field.
Drive, third base. Here comes E.J. Soto coming home as the pinch runner. He scores. Error on the third baseman. Rendon is going to put Carroll at first, safe. All right, runner at first, no outs. Runner scores for the Antelopes, making the score now 8-4. Bottom of the 6th. Antelopes have a chance to get back in this game in this inning right here. Brian Saucedo coming to the plate.
Has reached on base in both his at-bats, all via errors to third base.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Carroll showing he may want to steal. See what he's got. There's the pitch from Stone, a drive into left field between third and short. Saucedo gets on the base 3 out of 3 times today. This time a clean base hit, driving Carroll to second base.
Daniel Carroll had 3 stolen bases entering today. So now this brings up top of the order, Luca Perez. As now we have a meeting at the mound between catcher and pitcher.
Luca comes in as, I believe, with the highest batting average, or at least close to it.
He's one of.
With .440.
Cooper Osborne has a batting average of .529.
Perez, right-handed batter, catching today. Sometimes pitches, sometimes in center.
This is pitch number 86.
Swinging a foul tip into the glove. Strike one, 0-1 the count. Salcedo at first, Carroll at second, no outs. Post has scored 1 run in this bottom of the 6th inning.
A base hit scores 1 for sure.
Post down by 4 runs. This one's going to be a drive in the right center. It's going to go deep. It's catchable, and it is caught by the center fielder, Gutierrez, and he holds all the runners at first and second. So the first out of the inning for the Antelopes. Nice shot by Perez into center field. Edgar Saucedo, the DH, has done well today at the plate. Comes up now with a runner at first and second.
It's 2 for 3 at the plate. Both of them were singles. Just came around and scored in the 3rd.
Daniel Carroll on second, Brian Saucedo on first, just 1 out. Edgar Saucedo at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
This will be pitch number 89 for Stone.
Next pitch, swing and a miss. A little off-speed pitch from Stone. Edgar Saucedo kind of regroup. Only takes 1 swing to hit that ball. And he's looking for it right here. Stone with the throw, swing and a miss. Strikeout for 2 outs in the inning now. Post scoring 1 this inning, making the score 8-4.
This will be Isaiah Moreno. He's 1 for 3.
Isaiah, left-handed batter, left-handed thrower in left field. And he pops this one high. It's to the second baseman who's calling off everybody. Oh, the center fielder ends up catching it, I think.
He dropped it.
Did he drop it?
Yeah, he dropped it. So Carroll comes around and scores.
Brian Salcedo at second. All right, so another run for the Antelopes. 8-5 now the score. Carson Construction score for you. The second baseman, MJ Garcia, was calling for it, and he got called off at the last second by Caden Gutierrez, and he just couldn't hold it as he tried to catch an underhand catch. So Daniel Young at the plate now with runners at first and second. First pitch to him called strike. Jax Perez is on deck. Post needing a 2-out rally here to close this gap of 8-5. Next pitch outside. All right, so 1-1 the count.
This will be pitch number 94.
All right, so Brogan Stone approaching that 100 pitch mark. Swing and miss by Young. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 on. Next pitch from Stone from the stretch. Swing and miss by Young. Going to retire the side on that strikeout. Post scores 1, making the score 8-5. We'll review the bottom of the 6th as we go to the top of the 7th here on Post Sports Radio, home of the Bold Gold.
Are you looking to do some work around the house and would like to hire a contractor who does every part of the job? Then give Carson Construction a call at 806-626-3811. Greg Carson and his crew have over 40 years of combined experience and can do new construction, remodeling, and concrete work. Plan now for your spring and summer projects and call the guys who pride themselves on their work. 806-626-3811. Carson Construction, building a lasting relationship with each customer. Call 806-626-3811.
All right, we're streaming live from Norm Cash Field. Post just puts up 1 run in the bottom of the 6th and closes the gap a little bit. It's 8-5 is Carson Construction score. And Russ Morris with me to review what happened with the Antelopes.
2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Just heard the announcement. Brogan Stone has 95 pitches. Cameron Menchaca stays on the mound for the Antelopes. He has 91 pitches entering this at-bat as we start the final inning. This is the top of the 7th. It will be Caden Gutierrez, followed by Dante Garcia and Sam Kessler.
Gutierrez, the center fielder for the Bulldogs, comes to the plate. Number 4. Bats left. How's he done today, Russ?
So Gutierrez. Gutierrez. He's gotten on base twice. Batting wise, he's 1 for 2, but he's reached on base in the 3rd inning via an error all the way out to center field. Came around and scored. Hit a single in the 4th. Came all the way around and scored. Reached to 2nd on an error. Reached to 3rd on an error and came around and scored.
All right, Cameron Menchaca still on the mound trying to finish this game in 7 innings. First pitch to Gutierrez is inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Once again, the score is 8-5. Post has a final time up at the bottom of the 7th. Got to get out of this inning with no scars. Next pitch from Menchaca. Inside also. 2-0 now the count. Cameron Menchaca, sophomore left-hander with a delivery. Ooh, a little bit low. Now 3-0 the count. Post coming in this game with a 0-7 record. Next pitch, called strike. Tahoka, we said, it's 4-3 in district play. Post 0-7, kind of a must-win for the Antelopes here. Next pitch from Menchaca. Gonna walk the batter. Puts number 4, Caden Gutierrez, on first base. Bringing up number 2, Dante Garcia, the shortstop.
Dante Garcia has hit a single in every appearance. He's 3 for 3.
Throw to first, get to Gutierrez a little bit late.
He hit a single in the 1st, had a stolen base as well. Singled in the 3rd, came around and scored on an RBI. The single was an RBI. He came around and scored, and then in the 4th he had an RBI single.
All right, Garcia ready to take the first pitch from Menchaca. Runner at first. Called strike down the middle. On deck, Sam Kessler, that is, for the Bulldogs. Posted the 1 double play last inning, right? Or was that 2 innings ago?
Last inning.
So I'd like to see another one here. Throw to first to get the runner, not in time.
Turning double plays can win you games. It limits the amount of pitches that you have to throw to the batters.
And it's just exciting. Really good team play to get a double play. Next pitch, high for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Dante Garcia, the shortstop. Menchaca from the stretch, bringing it home. Ooh, close to the corner, but not good enough. 2-1 to count.
Don't squeeze him, Blue.
Once again, you got Gutierrez at first, still there. Foul tip by Garcia. Evens the count at 2-2. Seeing the shadows on the field here. It's going to be a line drive in the center field for a base hit. Runner's going to go from first to third, and the batter stays at first. So runners on the corners with no outs. Top of the 7th, Tahoka with a 3-run lead. 8-5 is the Carson Construction score. Sam Kessler, number 6, coming to the plate.
Kessler looking for his first hit. Had an RBI sacrifice fly out into right field in the first. Grounded out to a fielder's choice, back to the pitcher in the third, and then grounded out to second base in the fourth.
All right, so you got runners at first and third. It's Gutierrez on third, Garcia on first. You can probably see him run here. He doesn't go. Be a ball on the first pitch to Kessler. MJ Garcia, he is on deck. Kessler at the plate with the 1-0 count. Chaka from the stretch, runner from first going. Hit and run, goes foul. Makes it count 1 ball and 1 strike. From the stretch, Menchaca, high and outside, runner from first, easily takes second on the stolen base. Dante Garcia on second, Caden Gutierrez on third. At the plate is Sam Kessler. Kessler's got a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Next pitch, a little bit high. I think that strike zone's getting a little bit smaller as the game goes on, possibly. Menchaca from the stretch with runners at second and third. Brings it home outside, walks the batter.
Loads the bases.
Makes it a force out everywhere. All the bases in home. So in a way, that's a good thing. Easier to get a double play. Still no outs, so got to stop him here. Got to get stop the run to score. So bring that ball home.
You're gonna have a pinch runner for Kessler.
That is number 3. Looks like should be Darius Gutierrez.
All right, this brings up MJ Garcia. He too is looking for his first hit.
Second baseman's had a lot of action in the field. A lot of pop flies over his head he's trying to chase down. So bases loaded. MJ Garcia at the plate. Called strike on the curveball. From the stretch, Menchaca. Called strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. What's his pitch count now, Russ? Don't have it. Okay.
Yeah, I know for sure he's over. I know for sure he's over 105.
110 right here is going to hit the batter. No, almost hits the batter. It's going to be a ball. So 110.
Yep. So 110. This will be 111.
All right, Menchaca from the stretch. Brings it home, high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
All right, now he's being squeezed.
Two balls, 2 strikes with bases loaded. No outs. Need a DP for the Antelopes. Foul tip. 2-2 the count. MJ Garcia I'm at the plate. Cameron Menchaca, sophomore left-handed pitcher on the mound. Over 100 pitches. Throws. Oh. And hits the batter this time. And obviously Menchaca is going to come out of the game. Does score a run for the Bulldogs of Tahoka, increasing their score 9-5 now, up by 4. Post still will come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th. There's going to be a change in the post pitcher, so we're going to take a break here and be right back here on Post Sports Radio. Carson Construction score 9-5 Tahoka. We are live and free on YouTube from David Nichols Park. Back in a moment.
Post Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post Dispatch, community news at the finest.
Post Antelope Baseball is powered by La Isabel Boutique, a girls' boutique with clothes, accessories, and custom hair bows. The boutique is located at Avenue H in East Main. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving posts in all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. The Post Methodist Church, making disciples of Jesus Christ. Antelope Wash and Dry, a clean, affordable laundromat now open at 303 South Broadway. And Happy State Bank, a division of Centennial Bank, member FDIC. Post Sports Radio thanks these sponsors for making Bold Gold Baseball live and free on Facebook and YouTube.
The community of Post continues to be committed to the Post Antelopes, just as Happy State Bank is committed to our customers. Perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success both on and off the field of play. Whether you are cheering on the Post Antelopes, starting a new business, or planning for the future, Happy State Bank is here for all your life's moments. Let us be your partner at Happy State Bank. Visit us in person or at happybank.com.
Happy State Bank, a division of Centennial Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Daniel Young is coming in for Cameron Menchaca for the Antelopes, and Russ has the lowdown.
Cameron Menchaca finishes the day with 114 pitches thrown through 6 innings. He faced 61 batters, had 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, 10 hits, 9 runs, and 7 of those were earned.
Thank you, Russ. Bollinger, Seegers, Gilbert & Moss, LLP is a full-service accounting firm, and they are committed to providing quality services. I'd like to thank them for being part of the Bold Gold advertising team here on Post Sports Radio. All right, so from the stretch, Daniel Young with his first pitch. Going to call it strike on the corner. We'll take it. At the plate, number 17 is Oscar Rendon, the third baseman. He's got bases loaded. It's a 9-5 lead. We're top of the 7th here at Norm Cash Field. Pitch gets away from the catcher a little bit. Everybody stays put, though.
Cameron Menchaca was moved out into, I don't know if you announced it, Jimmy, moved out to right field.
Okay. So him and Daniel just switched. Pitcher and right field positions. This is another call struck against Rendon. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Young with the pitch. This one a little outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Get you an out, get you a strikeout here.
Break the ball inside for a ball. Full count, 3-2. Daniel Young brings it home. Ooh, touches the batter this time. He's going to hit by pitch, a run in. As crossing the plate right now is number 2, Dante Garcia. Give it Tahoka another run. Now 10-5 the score.
Okay, so that moves Kessler to third, MJ Garcia to second. This is Hurley Liendo up to bat. No, it's not. This is going to be number 20.
Josiah Quinones. we do believe. Left-handed batter coming to the plate. He's hitting for Leendo. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Hurley Leendo played left field, batted a few times tonight. Now being pinched hit for him is Josiah Quinones. First pitch, a ball to him. He's got bases loaded. A 5-run lead for Tahoka. Top of the 7th. No outs. 1-0 count. Now it's 1-1.
They called interference.
Ooh. Catcher's interference is going to bring home a run. Puts Quinones on first. Coming to plate now. Number 5 in the eighth position is Becca McCleskey, the DH.
So catcher's interference, Jim, that classified is also classified as an error on the catcher.
Okay. McCleskey bats right. Outside corner called strike. 0-1 the count. No outs. Once again, bases loaded. Score is 11. As I just changed the score on our scoreboard. 11-5. Tahoka. Second pitch. Outside for a ball. Daniel Young from the stretch with 3 runners on. Breaking ball, knocked foul down the third baseline.
Just find a way to get an out, and the rest can take care of itself. You just need to focus on one batter at a time.
Force out at any base.
That's a good location,
pitch.
too.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh, a little bit low. Full count, 3-2. Bases loaded, 3-2, no outs. Daniel Young with the pitch. High and inside, walks in a runner. It's MJ Garcia coming across the plate for the 12th run for the Bulldogs.
Okay, this is Martin Vera Carlton seeking his second hit. Got a triple and came around and scored all the way back in the 3rd. Sacrifice RBIs, he fouls that one back in the 4th, and then it grounded out into a double play in the 6th.
So 0-1 the count to Vera Carlton. No balls, 1 strike pitch, swing and a miss, now 2 strikes. He's going to force out at anywhere. All the bases, home plate. Good time to get a DP. Foul off. Keeps the count at 0-2.
You mean to tell me you can get Dr. Peppers for hitting ground balls?
Yeah. Not for hitting them, but for executing the double play. Way outside to the backstop. Runner from third heading home. Toss to home is not in time. Runner safe. That is number 17 coming across. Oscar Rendon on the pass ball. Give another run to the Bulldogs. Now 13-5 is the Carson Construction score. Martin Vera Carlton at the plate. He's got a 1-2 count. Runners now at second and third. Inside pitch for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball high and inside. Full count, 3-2. Daniel Young, sophomore right-hander with the pitch. Fouled off. Out of play. Down third base side. Still 3-2. He's going to be sure to join us Thursday, or Friday rather. Track meet. We'll start the broadcast about 5 p.m.
And say hi to us if we see you Thursday as he's hit by pitch.
That's going to load the bases once again. Yeah, always say hi to us. We'll be up in the bleachers. Oh, he's going to be out rather. Don't know why. What's the ruling on that? We don't know what happened, but we understand the batter just moments ago.
Okay. Well,
Martin Vera Carlton.
Well, hey.
Is called out for one reason or another. We'll take it. So it's one out now in the inning.
All right, this is Brogan Stone.
The pitcher will probably not see him in the bottom of the seventh, but we never know. He's over 100, right? Stone?
No.
Okay.
He's at 95.
We'll see him in the bottom of the seventh more than likely. The runners are still at second and third. One out, Stone at the plate. Inside pitch for a ball. From the stretch, Daniel Young delivers inside for a ball. 2-0 the count with one out.
His curveballs aren't curving.
Hate when they do that. Inside pitch almost hits the batter. 3-0, one out, two runners on. It's second and third. Called strike, makes the count 3-1. Better hurry up. It's almost time to put the lights on here at Norm Cash Field. Ground ball's going to go foul. Interference by the catcher once again, it looks like. So the batter, Stone, is going to make the bases loaded once again.
All right.
That's happened twice in this inning where Luca Perez, the catcher, has interfered with the batter. It's hard to tell from here.
Well, that's two errors on Luca this inning. And then another error for the where the runner scored and runners advanced with a passed ball. So it's back to the batter that led off this inning. It's Caden Gutierrez.
All right. Well, Brogan Stone's going to come out. He's going to be get a courtesy runner. His brother Remy Stone on first base right now.
All you need is a double play, and you can get out of here. You can figure out how to achieve that feat.
Caden Gutierrez is the batter at the plate, waiting for his first pitch from Daniel Young. Now on the mound, replacing Cameron Menchaca this inning. High and outside for a pitch, ball one. It's going to be a pop fly, playable, shortstop under it. Jax Perez makes the catch. Everybody holds tight at first, second, and third, so no run scored. All right, so two down, still bases loaded. And a 13-5 game here in the top of the seventh. Antelopes get to come to the plate in the bottom. So if they do come back, we're going to be here until like midnight.
remember
That's all right.
Well, remember the run rule stuff. It's 15 after 3, 10 after 5. Forgot to mention that. We're in the 10 after. I don't know how that would play out though.
They'll need to get 2 more runs.
With the final inning.
Well, we'll still get to come into play.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
2 pitches, 2 balls, 2-0 the count. Number 2. That's Dante Garcia.
This will be pitch number 31. Ooh.
High and inside. 3-0 the count with bases loaded. High and inside is going to walk the batter, and the runner from third coming across for another run for the Bulldogs. 14-5.
That's McCleskey.
Looks like Coach De Leon's going out to talk to see if we're going to change pitchers. Looks like we will. Like Landon Garcia is going to get the ball from the second pitcher out there, which was Daniel Young. He'll go to second base. So when Menchaca left, he and Daniel Young switched from right field to the pitcher's mound. Now we see a switch from second base to the pitcher's mound.
Jim, did you notice who came across and scored?
Got ahead of me, Russ. I think that's Stone on, no?
No, that was his.
McCleskey on third right now. It was probably, Hurley Liendo did not hit.
Oh, so that was Quinones that came in.
I believe so.
Okay, yeah, that's Quinones.
All right, so we got bases loaded still. 14-5. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with the rest of the top of the 7th. Carson Construction score, Tahoka 14, Post 5.
We play the greatest country music ever recorded. Tune in anytime and anywhere to KSSL 107.3, 94.1, KSSLFM.com, and on our free mobile app. All your favorites are here.
Hi, I'm Alan Jackson.
Hi, this is Mark Chestnut.
Hi, I'm Clint Black.
We've got them all.
Hi, this is Ronnie Millsap.
Hi, this is Patty Loveless.
Hi, everybody, this is Garth Brooks.
Hey, this is George Strait.
I've been listening to this radio station forever.
Proud supporters of high school sports. We are KSSL.
Post Antelope Baseball is powered by Family Cleaners, your hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main Street in Post. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving Post in all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. Richie Rich Barbershop, Yo Hablo Espanol, a licensed local barbershop on East Main and Post. Call for info and an appointment at 806-706-8413.
All right, sorry to break up that commercial. We're back live. And Landon Garcia, the third pitcher for the Antelopes on the mound. First pitch to Sam Kessler. Called strike. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Carson Construction score 14-5 in favor of Tahoka. Outside pitch for a ball. Landon Garcia, sophomore pitcher as well, catches the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs, bases loaded. Oh, it's going to be a drive in the left field, actually out of play down the left field line. The lights are on, by the way, Russ. Is that an indication we're going to be here a while? All right, number 6, Sam Kessler. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Garcia with the pitch. It's going to be a drive to second baseman. It's Daniel Young with the scoop and score over to first. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. And still, though, Tahoka with a 14-5 lead. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Post last hope here on Post Sports Radio. We'll be right back with the rest of the game.
Post Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post Dispatch, community news at the finest.
Hey, we're back live from Norm Cash Field, David Nichols Park. And we've got a big lead for the Tahoka Bulldogs, 14-5 in this district game, 4-2A. For us, the Tahoka Bulldogs put up a lot of runs last inning, but wasn't due to hits, right?
6 runs on no hits. 3 errors committed in total by the Lopes in that half inning and 3 runners left on base. Daniel Young and Landon Garcia came in for relief of Cameron Menchaca. Daniel Young's final stat line goes as follows. 32 pitches, 2/3 of an innings pitched, faced 11 batters. No Ks, 2 walks, no hits, 2 runs, and no earned runs. Now you ask yourself, you just saw him out there. How did he only muster 2 walks? Well, he came in the middle of Cameron Menchaca's cycle. So some of that stats affect Cameron Menchaca's.
Okay.
So Cameron Menchaca's new stats are 114 pitches, 6 innings pitched, 61 at batters, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, 10 hits, 12 runs, 8 earned runs. Baseball's weird.
That's strange. Yeah, you need a computer to keep track of the stacks. That's why they use computers. Those robots know more than we do. With Jax Perez ready to come up to the plate for the Antelopes, shortstop number 4.
And that's still Stone out there, isn't it? That looks like him. Looks like that same glove.
Got the red glove. I think that's him. So Brogan Stone still on the mound, number 9. Outside pitch, a little bit too far outside. 1-0 the count. So after Jax will be Landon Garcia, then Cameron Menchaca. Breaking ball. Catches Jax looking for a strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs.
All right, this will be pitch number 99.
Foul tip. Jack stays alive with the 1-2 count. Brogan Stone, senior pitcher for Tahoka, brings it home, catches the corner, and catches Jax looking for the 3rd strike. So 1 up, 1 down for the Antelopes.
It was pitch number 100. And now this brings up Landon Garcia. Looking for his first hit. Sacrifice grounder. Back to the pitcher in the 2nd. Struck out in the 3rd. Grounded out to second base back in the 5th inning as he fouls. First pitch off for a strike.
0-1 the count to Landon. On deck is Cameron Menchaca. Stone with the pitch. Fouled off right over our heads. Makes count 0-2. Swing and a miss. Dropped. Throw by Kessler to first to get the runner. So strikeout for Landon Garcia. 2 up, 2 down. Last chance for the Antelopes with a huge 2-out rally here, down 14-5. Starting pitcher Cameron Menchaca coming to the plate, now playing right field. And the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, Brogan Stone, still on the mound, just over 100.
This will be pitch number 104.
Ground ball to second. MJ Garcia picks it up, throws to first for the final out of the game. And that will be the game. And the final Carson Construction score, 14-5. Tahoka sweeps the Antelopes in 2 games. First one Saturday and then again here at Post tonight. So we'll take a break and come back with the wrap-up show here on Post Sports Radio, home of the Bold Gold. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
The Post-Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post-Dispatch, community news at the finest. It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
This message is sponsored by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman.
The Post Rotary Club takes pride in the community, and what a better way to show that than with the Parade of Flags program. For a $50 annual fee, we will place an American flag in your front yard or place of business on 5 holidays and pick it up afterwards. Funds from the program will support youth scholarships and programs in the Post Garza County community. Get the Parade of Flags registration form on the Post Texas Rotary Club Facebook page, or send a request for a form by email to rotaryclubofposttexas@gmail.com. Show the nation's colors and your patriotism and join the Parade of Flags, a fundraising effort of the Rotary Club of Post.
This is brought to you by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County. Welcome back to Post Antelope Baseball, a Post Sports radio presentation, live and free on Facebook and YouTube. This broadcast is made possible by Garza County Animal Hospital, a family atmosphere for family pets. KSSL Radio, playing the greatest country music ever recorded. The Will and Crystal Osborne family, proud supporters of the Bold Gold Nation. The Post Independent School District, we are Bold Gold. Carson Construction, Post owned and operated. Call 806-626-3811. Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County. The Post Dispatch, the newspaper of record for Garza County since 1926. The Dispatch is the corporate sponsor of Post Sports Radio. Post Family Dentistry, small town values, state-of-the-art care. And now, here's Bold Gold Wrap-Up Show on postsportsradio.com.
All right, welcome back to Norm Cash Field. Jim Plummer here with Russ Morris. And final score, 14-5 in favor of Tahoka as they sweep the Antelopes in 2 games. First one was this past Saturday, then here at Norm Cash Field tonight. Final score, once again, 14-5. And we're going to go ahead and review how the scoring went per inning, Russ.
Well, starting off with Tahoka, since I'm on their page already, they started the scoring off in the first inning, scoring 1 run on 1 hit, and they left 1 runner on base. They would then score again in the third with 3 runs on 2 hits. The Antelopes committed 2 errors that inning. They would then score again in the fourth. They scored 4 runs in the fourth on 4 hits. The Bogo committed 3 errors. They would leave 1 runner on base. And then they would commence the scoring barrage and blow the game wide open in the 7th, scoring 6 runs on no hits. Bold Gold would commit 3 errors, but they would leave 3 runners on base. As Jim, that is 8 errors in total for the Bold Gold in that half inning. Since I'm on the page real quick, final stat line for Daniel Young and Landon Garcia. Daniel Young finishes the game with 32 pitches. In 2/3 of an inning, he faced 11 batters, no strikeouts on 2 walks, no hits, 2 runs, no earned runs, and obviously Landon Garcia in 1/3 of an inning faced 3 batters and had zeros all the way across. Now, as we look at the score by innings for the Bold Gold, they would start their scoring in the 2nd inning, with scoring 2 runs on 3 hits. Tahoka would commit 1 error, and Lopes would leave 2 runners on. And then in the 3rd inning, they would score 1 run on 2 hits and also leave a runner on base. And they wouldn't score again until the 6th inning, 2 runs on 2 hits and leave 2 runners on. Now, in the fourth and fifth innings, they would not score any run, but they did get 3 hits in the fifth inning, but they would leave 3 runners on base in total combined through those 2 innings, Jim.
Okay, thank you, Russ. This game went just over 2 hours, so it was a long game, but it should have been a little bit quicker. But the weather beautiful, so it doesn't matter. Hopefully we'll get more weather like this on our future broadcasts, especially Friday. We'll talk about the track meet. And when we come back in just a minute here on Post Sports Radio, final score, Tahoka 14, Post 5. We'll be back in a moment.
Post Antelope Baseball is powered by La Isabel Boutique, a girls' boutique with clothes, accessories, and custom hair bows. The boutique is located at Avenue H in East Main. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving posts in all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. The Post Methodist Church, making disciples of Jesus Christ. Antelope Wash and Dry, a clean, affordable laundromat now open at 303 South Broadway. And Happy State Bank, a division of Centennial Bank, member FDIC. Post Sports Radio thanks these sponsors for making Bold Gold Baseball live and free on Facebook and YouTube.
Post ISD is filled with passionate staff, daring students, and deep-rooted traditions of champions. Our state-of-the-art facilities provide top-tier educational opportunities, including career and technical training, advanced academics, and free college courses, creating future-ready antelopes. Our 4-day instructional week allows our students to continually pursue excellence in our distinguished fine arts programs, exceptional athletic teams, and a multitude of other extracurricular activities. Post ISD, we are bold gold.
Are you looking to do some work around the house and would like to hire a contractor who does every part of the job? Then give Carson Construction a call at 806-626-3811. Greg Carson and his crew have over 40 years of combined experience and can do new construction, remodeling, and concrete work. Plan now for your spring and summer projects and call the guys who pride themselves on their work. 806-626-3811. Carson Construction, building a lasting relationship with each customer. Call 806-626-3811.
We're back live, Norm Cashfield. I want to thank one of our sponsors you don't hear too much about, but they got a lot of kids that have been involved in post sports and extracurricular activities. Will and Crystal Osborne, we thank you for helping us out here on Post Sports Radio. Let's go and find out who we're going to pick for the Antelope of the game, Russ Morris.
I'm going to go with Daniel Carroll. He is the recipient of the Antelope of the game. Daniel Carroll finishes the game receiving 2 hits and 3 at-bats, scored a run, and also drove in 2 RBIs. My attaboy goes to Cameron Menchaca. He did everything he could to try keep the Lopes in it for as long as he did. He had 2 hits and 4 at-bats, drove in a run, and he also scored a run as well. In total as a team, just real quick, Jim, they hit the ball 15 times and drove in 4 RBIs in total. Congratulations to starting first baseman Daniel Carroll, as he is your Antelope of the game.
All right, thank you, Russ Morris. As you're looking at your screen right now, you'll see the graphic for the District 4-2A Track and Field Championships coverage, and that is happening in post this week. Thursday will be the track or the field events, and then the final running events will be Friday, and that's what we're going to cover. And we hope to bring you the highlights from Thursday's events as that progresses. Great district, and going to be a lot of competition for the Antelopes, as they've got a lot of talented runners and throwers and jumpers. Abernathy's going to be here, Floyd Data, New Home, New Deal, Rawls, Post, of course, and these guys out in the field right now, Tahoka. A lot of these guys we've talked about today will be running and throwing in these events. And then top 3 or 4 to move on to the regional meet after that?
Yes. I heard from Coach Patterson today when I was putting my articles together for the upcoming issue of the Post-Dispatch. He believes that we should fare very well in this district meet, so it should make for an interesting meet. By the way, if you go to the school website, of course, we begin our coverage at 5. If you want the full schedule, they had the meeting last Wednesday at the cafeteria between all the coaches. The schedule is set. You can find the schedule in the departments tab and click on athletics and then go to high school track. The schedule is on the school website, so that is available, and it's got the full list for day 1 and day 2.
That website is postisd.net, so check it out. Like Russ said, you can find out exactly what's going on. And, of course, if you can't make it to the track meet, you can watch it on YouTube. We'll bring it to you here on Post Sports Radio. following Friday, we've got a game Saturday. We're going to hit the road and go to New Home for a girls' softball game. And we should start that broadcast about 10:45, so join us for that as well.
If you can't make it there, tune in. This is a must-win. Of course, the softball season's already flying by. Softball is already in this territory. New Home beat Post last time out in an unfortunate, controversial way to end. Is a heartbreaker double play in which it's a double play that you don't normally see. So it's one of those fluky type deals. One can say luck, one can say fate, depending on what side of the benches you were on.
Sure.
But if New Home beats us Saturday, that means they hold the tiebreaker over us for the rest of the season. If Post can beat New Home Saturday, we fare very well considering how the rest of the two schedules play. So we have to beat them if we want that third seed and try to find a way to fight for the 2 seed in the district.
All right, thank you, Russ. Hey, final score from Norm Cashfield, Tahoka 14, Post 5. That's your final Carson Construction score. We want to thank you for watching and listening, and join us again on Friday for the track meet, Saturday for softball. Thanks for being with us, and thanks to all of our sponsors. And for Russ Morris, I am Jim Plummer. Y'all have a great, blessed week. And Russ?
Please, keep hope alive.
My name is Sochi Anderton. I'm a dentist here at Post Family Dentistry. This clinic is a huge example of providing fancy dental care here in Post, Texas, because the residents of Post in these smaller communities, they deserve that same quality of care. We've expanded from 3 chairs now to 6 chairs at this new location. We are very proud here at Post Family Dentistry of our small town values combined with state-of-the-art care.
The Post-Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post-Dispatch, community news at the finest.
Take a break and let Post Family Cleaners take care of the laundry. Family Cleaners is Post hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main Street in Post. Whether it's dry cleaning, wash and starching, laundry service, or alterations, Post Family Cleaners has you covered. Let Post Family Cleaners make your life a bit easier. Go by 111 West Main Street or call 806-495-0777 to get details. That's 806-495-0777. Post Family Cleaners, your hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main and Post.
All broadcasts in all and any media form provided by PostSportsRadio.com are the sole property of Post Sports Enterprises with the permission of the Post Independent School District. Any retransmission of any of these broadcasts, whether partial or in its entirety, for commercial or personal use, without express written consent of the Post Sports Enterprises and Post ISD is strictly prohibited. Any violations of these broadcast rights will be strictly enforced and upheld as allowed by local, state, and federal statutes, ordinances, and laws. We hope you enjoyed this post-high school event exclusively on PostSportsRadio.com.